Hey guys, welcome to the show. Welcome. Listen, I hope that your day was full of God's favor. I hope that your day was full of God's mercy and God's grace. All right, guys. So if you're just joining in, please put a one in the chat if you can hear me because I've been having some technical difficulties here lately where I've been doing whole shows but nobody can hear me. So I had to go back and turn the sound up. So that just really bothers me. So I'm leery, like, hey, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? So anybody joining this show, if you can hear me, put a one in the chat just so I can know that the sound is working because we have been having technical difficulties. So just let me know. All right, guys. So I had a fantastic day today. Today is Friday. Hey, Scorpio, mommy, can you hear me, Scorpio? Did you know I've been having some type of issues with the sound? Can you hear me? Thank you. Thank you. I cannot wait to dive into this topic, y'all. I had one of the best discussions on this topic last week, and I am just so excited about covering this topic. I really want to dive into this because I am intrigued by this topic. I really am. And I'm doing this for all of my sisters. This is for my sisters. Yes, this show is probably going to be biased today. Yeah, it's going to be biased. And that's okay. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Scorpio. Let's go because I don't know if we're going to find the answer tonight. I don't know. However, I do want to cover this story. And I want to dive into it and I want to kind of take my time because I notice when I, like a subject matter, I get super excited about it and I rush through. So I just want to, and I start speed talking. You know what I'm saying? I start speed talking. So, but I want to really take my time and I want to dive into it. And I got some questions that I asked myself. Can't see it because of this thing. Hey, Joshua, I said number love your way. Guess what? You deserve it. Scorpio, I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. You deserve it. I hope that you had a wonderful day, Josh. I hope you had a wonderful day. Yes, don't forget to put your cash apps in here, guys. Okay. Oh, double tap that screen. That's right. Like, share, and subscribe. And listen, this is a business. Go ahead and support $CLAYLING. This is a business. When you donate to the channel, it keeps me connected to you. And I ain't gaslighting you. I ain't lying. Okay. All right. So yeah, check it out. Support, like, share, subscribe. Okay. Subscribe. Okay. Like I said, I asked myself some questions and I want to try to answer it. And I put the link in the chat, guys. I'll go ahead and do it again because I know how sometimes when this link goes up, you have to scroll up to find a link and all that. So let me go ahead and put the link in the chat one more good time. Just in case anybody wants to come up. Okay. I'm just so excited about this subject matter. I want to talk about it because I just really don't understand this. But before we get into discussing and debating, I want to share a video with you guys. And this video is composed of two men and a lady, and they're talking about the Black woman and how she fits in the Black man's life in society. They talk about some stereotypes of the Black woman. And it's only 3 minutes long, but it's a really good conversation. And then we're going to dive into it, okay? All right, so check this out, guys. I want you all to pay close attention. I thought that it was a really good conversation. All right, check this out.
Is this idea of like the boss chick and independent Black woman, and has
it served us? Is that the question? Has that served us?
Helpful, or is it destroying the Black family ecosystem?
I think you have to say on some level it's destructive to a traditional Black family ecosystem. I think just the facts bear that out, right? So that's not feelings, that's not subjective. That's just the reality is, as you just pointed out, there is a huge numbers gap between Black women that are buying homes at almost twice the rate of single Black men, that are graduating from undergrad and professional schools at sometimes 6-7 times the rate of our brothers. And by the way, if you ask most Black women, that's not something that we enjoy or appreciate. Like, it's not a situation. And I think that's another misconstruction and a misassumption, that Black women are out here strategically competing against Black men. No, sir. Most of us want to be in relationship with Black men. And so it's in our interest, even selfishly. So not necessarily from this altruistic place of, oh, we just want to see our brother succeed. There's that for sure. But there's a self-interested element of that, right? That says, if I'm a Black woman and I want to have Black children with a Black man and live in a house with a Black husband and buy properties and travel the world and enjoy my life alongside a Black man, I would like him to be similarly positioned to me socioeconomically, so that partnership feels comfortable and feels safe from a fiscal place, and maybe some other places too. So let me just spend a little time on that, because I was talking to a very good girlfriend of mine who's one of your typical clients, as you described, early 40s, making, $500K plus, single, And there's a lot of thought that women like her, myself even, of course, are materialistic. And that's why when we say we are attracted to this type of man, or we prefer to date this kind of man that has similarly, notice hardly any of us are saying we need a man to make more than us, or we need a man to take care of us, or we need a man to pay our bills. No, really, truly, hand to God, we really would love to be partnered with someone who is similarly positioned.
Well, can I just interject one thing? Because this is going to be controversial, but this is, I think, important. So the problem with this is that, all right, so a 35-year-old single woman who's making $400,000 a year, right? And that they're looking for their equal counterpart. And that makes sense, right? But it's like, the difficult part about that is that the equally yoked man who's 35 that's making $500,000, he's probably already in a relationship. He's probably married. The ones that's not married, they're not necessarily looking for somebody that's 35. They're looking for the 28-year-old. So now it's like, okay, you're either forced with a decision to just remain single or look down. Now there is the truck driver. Now there's the UPS man who's a great man, but who's making $80,000 a year, right? Because now it's equal. It's hard to find that equal counterpart. Men, you could be 50 years old, and it's not. The age doesn't really matter.
No, and I've said this, and this is controversial, right? That because of the way society values gender roles, right? So the way in which we find a woman attractive, what are we really talking about under that? And it doesn't hurt my feelings. Let's just say it. People across the spectrum culturally, but we're talking about Black people, so let's center that. Black women are assessed around our beauty, our aesthetic, physical beauty, and there's biological reasons for that, and our fertility and our youth. Those are the main things that a man is going to be assessing when deciding if you are for him. And then it's going to be
Okay, so it's so much to unpack in that video. I almost want to go back and stop and play and stop and play and stop and play. Okay, for the one thing, the gentleman used the phrase, then you start looking down. Looking down as to what? Looking down as I'm looking down the spectrum of women now, because you can't find someone in your bracket now, so you're looking down. See, I'm a hopeless romantic. This is the thing. I am a hopeless romantic. Okay? This is the thing. There is no looking down. It's about your acquired taste. It's about what you are into. And I'm gonna get spiritual, or what the Lord think you need or deserve or want. You understand? So I wouldn't care what you made a year. This is just me. If you serve a purpose, if you are fulfilling a need, like I told my sister a couple of weeks ago, we were having a conversation. I said, God is going to give you what you desire and what you need, not necessarily what you want. Now, sometimes it's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it is, but sometimes he gives you what you need. You understand what I'm saying? My husband serves a purpose and a need in my life that I was lacking. And this man thoroughly loves me. I didn't look for him according to him being equal with me as far as finances. However, we do well financially. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this. to go and look through the lens of I need someone that is equal to me doesn't necessarily mean that they are compatible for you. You understand what I'm saying? And then the young lady went to talking about aesthetics, that the initial thing that maybe a man or female may consider is the aesthetics. Now I do agree that, you know, first impressions are everything. I do agree with that. However, I have dated people that I wasn't attracted to right off because I'm looking at you and then I'm doing a data analysis, or I'm looking at you to see what your quality is and how you treat me and how you love me and are you genuine and do you have integrity, and you understand what I'm saying? And the looks, sometimes, you know, I grow to love you, or I grow in that attraction for you, or the attraction may not be just right off, or maybe some good things that I like aesthetically about you, some things I don't. But I love the way you have character. I love the way you stimulate my mind. I love the way you are and how you are in when you're in my company. I love that you're nurturing. I've always been that way. I'm just you. I'm a principal type of woman. I'm a character type of woman. So I really didn't understand that. And then where are these people that's making $400,000 a year? I mean, $500,000 a year, $400. I understand that, but is that a criteria? I really want to know, is that a criteria? And I really want to know from our Black men, what is the vitality? What is the value of the Black woman now, this day? And I'm not saying that Black men should be with Black women. That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you, if you prefer Black women, Black men, what is your criteria for us? Because we seem to be, you know, what? Keep the eyeballs out of the chat, Urban. Keep the eyeballs out of the chat, Urban. Yes, I'm talking about this and I'm covering it. What is the vitality? What I wrote a song for a production that I wrote, and the name of the song was "What Do You Want From Me?" Now I'm gonna just say this: my demographic, my age group, the 40 to 50-year-olds, okay. And I can't speak for all women, but I'm gonna try my best to speak for the majority of women. When we get with a man that we really dig and we really like, we pour our all in it. Black women, white women, whatever. We pour our all into these men. We give them everything, all of us. I'm just speaking for women who like me. Okay, I don't know about nobody else. Okay, maybe I should just say what I do. And historically, my relationships just didn't seem to pan out. Love them unconditionally. You couldn't you understand Christ-like characteristics. You understand what I'm saying? But it never seemed to be good enough. And in my mind, I'm thinking, and you know, you raise and you're taught, if you just treat your man right, if you just support them, if you just be their backbone, if you just, he won't stray. If you do right at home, then you won't open the door for somebody else. No, it don't work that way. Because what I have found is that sometimes men have a limited appetite for you, and then all of a sudden their taste buds change and they want something else, and then all of a sudden you don't seem to be good enough. Mrs. Bright, I'm in for a few blessings. Oh, blessings, lovely. I said nothing but love your way, because guess what, beautiful, you deserve it. So, and then and I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth, so y'all bear with me because I got a lot running through my mind. Yes, please. And so you think if you just be supportive, if you just be there, present in their life, if you be their wife and demure in the street, in a whore in the bedroom, you know, heck, bathroom, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? That they will be with you if you do what you need to do sexually for my Black man. they will be with you. If you go ahead and lose that extra 20 pounds that they want, they will be with you. If you always have yourself put together, they will be. See, and so what is the value of the Black woman to the Black man? That's what I want to know. I see your glow. Thank you, lovely, so much. Scorpio, don't be signing it. Don't be what did she say? Don't be signing this, co-signing this. What's so wrong about what is so wrong about wanting to know the value? And a lot of people now, and this is where y'all hear me say I'm a feminist. I know I don't sound like a feminist right now because you probably say, why do you want to know your worth? Shouldn't you already know your worth? You shouldn't have to dangle yourself for somebody to say, I'm worth this. That's not what I'm saying. This is just a case study question that I'm asking, and we're just having a conversation. Because I really want to know, because I have seen a shift in society with our Black men. My phone's is dinging. With my Black men, and I want to know why. See, sometimes I feel like y'all don't know what y'all really want. I feel like y'all are willing to be dictated by society of what you want. I feel like you guys allow the trends to dictate to you what you want and not necessarily what you need. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? I know tons of women, and I have been in that place myself where I was just right. I was just the right dish for you privately, but I wasn't the right dish for you publicly. I served that need and I quenched that thirst for you privately, but for some reason I couldn't quench that thirst for you publicly. And so I did not understand that. You have a high value woman, or you have a high value man, but it's like they don't, for some reason they don't always, they it's like there's an imaginary list that needs to be checked off before you can say, I want to be committed to you, or that you are good enough. That striving to be good enough. I don't get that. It's like, what do you have to do to prove to somebody that you are good enough? I feel like it's a complex question. And then if you really don't if you sit back and evaluate it, you got to be careful not to dabble into placing stereotypes on yourself, or placing that stigma of I gotta be a certain way for him to like me and all that stuff. No, that's not what I'm saying. I want to understand what when you look into the lens, Black man, what do you see? When you see a Black woman, what do you see? Do you see what that woman can be for you, or do you see a commodity, or do you see like a product? Does this serve? Do you see a service? You understand what I'm saying? Like in a video they talked about the woman. She went on and later on in the video, and she was saying, I want someone that that want to be there for me, all that stuff. But however, in order for me to be comfortable in a relationship, they have to be somewhat equal to me. And my thing is this: when I hear something like that, what to me the relationship will be boring, because wouldn't it be just you mirroring yourself in the relationship? Wouldn't it be just you mirroring yourself in a relationship? I believe two individuals should be like a puzzle that fit together. You service a need for me, I service a need for you. And I know people don't like to hear this, but you feel some type of void in me, and I feel some type of void. We fit like a glove, and we work together in continuity. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Why do I have to look? Why is society telling our Black men and our Black women, you need to find someone that is in your demographic, that's in your pay rate, it's in your tax bracket? You understand what I'm saying? They have to be. No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Queen trying to get me to come up there. I'm trying to resist the temptation. Baby, you're welcome. You're welcome. But listen, everybody's entitled to their point of view. This is just a question that I'm asking. You understand what I'm saying? Is the black woman valuable now? Does she have to have a degree? Do she have to make over $80,000 a year in order to see value? Or can she be that mild-mannered woman that brings peace to your life? Can she be the one that wipes the tears in the midnight hour because you've been neglected by your mother and don't understand why you are the way that you are? Can she be the person that has that bathwater running or that dinner? Or can she be the entrepreneur that understands that you want to build and she's there to support and build with you? What is the criteria? Because to me, society has said to our black men, she has to be this way. She has to have the big butt, the big boobs. She gotta be that way in order to catch your attention. She has to be an attention grabber. You know what I'm saying? In order to be high valued. I'm seeing this trend because let me tell, and y'all can say, "Oh no, that ain't it. That ain't it." I'm especially in the United States. I'm seeing it. And it ain't because I'm married to a Nigerian. It's not because of that. I've been seeing this. Because why is it that you have so many women that have the same broken heart story? They left me for this. They left me for that. They left me for this. They left me for that. You have so many high valuable women out here. And the ratio for women to men is ridiculous. Do you hear what I say? Jamila, I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. I just want to know, is the black woman, do you see vitality in the black woman anymore? Do you see that? Or do you just, do you see them as, I'm a smash and pass? Or do you see them as, some men think that all women are crazy and they just play with us for a minute until they decide that they want to settle down. You understand what I'm saying? Some men see women as high strung or too independent or too aggressive or black women. Listen, I had a man, a friend of mine I hadn't seen in years. I was in the grocery store shopping and he came up to me and I was like, "Hey, I'm married." He's like, "Yeah, we got kids now." So we were exchanging pictures. And he had his wife's phone, and that was odd because I didn't see your wife, but you had her phone, which maybe your phone was broken and you were using hers. However, he pulled out his phone too, but he had her phone. And I'm like, okay, so she don't have her phone. Okay, I was reading into that. And then I was telling him, yeah, I'm happy. He has his spouse is from overseas too. And he said towards the end of the conversation, he said, now you whispered to me. I'm like, why just talking your regular voice? But he was whispering. That was odd. He said, now you go ahead and be a good husband, be a submissive wife to that man, because most American women don't know how to be submissive. You know that the man, he runs the household. You go ahead and learn how to be submissive. I said, oh, I know how to be good to my husband. I thought that was really weird. And he meant that thing. Hey there, beautiful. Oh, thank you, Beefy. I said nothing but love your way because guess what? You deserve it. What does that mean? Do you understand? And his wife was, so in his mind, all American women are aggressive or they're non-submissive. So that's why I want to know, how do you all see us? How do you all see us? Is it that you see us a certain way until you meet that one? So I have some questions. Okay. My first question I want to ask the chat, is black love enough? Is black love enough? Is it enough? Is it enough? And y'all know I did a whole show on why black men cheat. And it could be black individual, anybody. And I'm not gonna say just black. Why do people cheat? You understand what I'm saying? You take your time to build this relationship, to engage in this person. Y'all go through Y'all go through hard times, rough times. You understand? Y'all see each other on your lowest days. Y'all, she got your back, and I am coming from a woman's perspective today. This woman has your back. When you were in school trying to get your degree, she wrote the papers for you. You know, when you ain't have a job, she went out there and got 2 jobs until you got on your feet, or she went and got you a job. You understand what I'm saying? When you were sick and down, she was there for you. But at the end of the day, she still wasn't good enough for you to keep your dick in your pants. Did I say that? I said that. She done cried and prayed over you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, and to make sure you ate and all this stuff. But she still ain't good enough for you to turn that whore away. Is black love enough? Is black love enough? Is it enough? Is love, period? Is it enough? I want to know. And I'm asking to my sisters that's still looking, or my brothers that's still looking. Is it enough? Let me know now before I get into this major relationship with you for a year. Let me know. Is love enough? What do you require? I feel like these are the questions that we now need to be asking, because just going together and being there for each other clearly is not enough. It's not enough. I think some dudes ain't satisfied with what they got nowadays. You got to watch yourself. You have to watch yourself. If you think you building something with somebody and they just playing with you in your face, they don't see you as long term. They see you as short term. Because you know why? I feel they don't place no value in you. They keep their Air Jordans longer than they keep you. They take care of their Air Jordans better than they take care of you. They take care of their car better than they take care of you. So I want to know. This is an honest question, not to stir the pot. To me, black love is everything. Black love is everything to me. It's everything in me. It's getting to the grit, to the grit of something. When you and your man laid up in the bed crying, you know, you and your man sitting up there talking about life and how you want to build what you want in life. When you and your man going through the hard times, and sometimes y'all might have to walk down the street carrying the groceries. You know what I'm saying? When you and your man, y'all might have to ride the bus together. You and your man, you experience racism together, or discrimination together, or you going through with the kids together. Y'all trying to figure out how to pay the rent. That's black love to me, because it's a ride or die situation. And then y'all work together, y'all both get those degrees, and y'all come together, y'all on the come up together, because y'all been riding for each other. See, I'm a loyal type of chick. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride with you until the end. I'm gonna ride with you, regardless of where you at in life. If you serve that purpose for me and you love me and you show me that you down for me, I'm gonna ride with you. You finally came on up. Welcome to the show.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Welcome to the show.
True. I see you on here, Queen, talking all this noise.
I'm talking all this noise because I honestly want to know. This is a question that I've been wanting to know since I was a teenager. You understand what I'm saying? I've always been a serious thinker. You understand what I'm saying? I've always been a serious thinker, Urban. And I really want to know, how do black men see black women? And is it toward, I want to know, you know, and then even maybe when you were deciding that you want to choose that one, you know what I'm saying? What is the criteria? I mean, because I don't understand the fickleness of how black men date. I'm just gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm. Well, from my experience, the dating market has changed a lot back in how it was back in the day. First of all, second of all, how the way men see women, they see women in 2 categories. One category is that they're looking for that traditional woman, and another category is they're looking for that modern day woman.
Mhm.
Now, what you're talking about is a lot of pushback with the modern day woman. The modern day woman, they the one who started this whole chain of events where they're looking for a man to have a 6-figure salary. They're looking for a man to look a certain way, act a certain way, have a social economical status as well too. But knowing good and well they don't qualify for that. These type of women, they be in the hood, they be ratchet. Some of them be
Mhm.
video vixens, you know what I'm saying? So they believe that since they look good, then they can qualify for any type of one man, and that's not true at all.
Okay, so you use the word qualify, which kind of
Hmm.
made my antennas go up. Quantify. No, you said knowing good and well that they don't qualify,
Hmm.
as if they were taking a test or applying for a job or getting ready to
Hmm.
win a prize. Qualify.
Hmm.
Why did you use the word qualify?
Because that's exactly what it is. Y'all qualify for each other. A matter of fact, when you go through the whole courtship phase, what do you think you're doing? You're literally interviewing each other to see if y'all are a good fit for one another, correct? So you're literally qualifying for one another. And the thing about it is that their qualification stage doesn't stop. It starts, through the courtship, then it continues on through dating, then it continues on if y'all get engaged, then it also continues on while you're even married as a
So I'm
lifetime
a hope it's
commitment.
romantic. I keep saying I'm a hope it's romantic. When I met my husband, I wasn't even looking through. I wasn't even looking through some type of Rubik's. Does he qualify? I could be using a different terminology, or it could be that, and I'm just it didn't recognize it. I looked to see what this man, how he treated me, and if he was into me for real, and my response to him, and I literally fell in love with this man. I knew he was the one because I fell in love with this man. Um, when I first met him, did he hit all of the markers that society says is this and that? No, he did not, and I most definitely didn't do it for him. You understand? But we fell in love with each other, and we couldn't do without each other, and so that's why we are together. You understand? I maybe I'm a more of a traditionalist in this respect. You understand? Qualifying for what? You said knowing good and well that they don't qualify because of what? They verbally say, I want this in the man, I want that in the man, which I somewhat agree with you. You understand? I do somewhat agree with you. Why can't we go looking and searching for someone that fulfills the emotional need for us, or the social need for, or is just morally good for us, or has that loyalty for us, or gonna be faithful to us? You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff is gonna come.
Hmm.
All that other stuff
The,
for me
the,
is going to come.
the answer to the question is men and women, we view relationships differently. Women view this. Women view relationships based on conditions, but men review relationships based on unconditional. That's what I mean behind it. A woman typically go for a man that's going to be a protector and provider. That's conditions. Longest that man is protecting and providing for them, longest that man is giving them emotional attachment, which what you call love, then that's fine for them. But men, we're different. We are like everything that a woman could do, we could already do. At least we're supposed to be doing. Like, say for example, working, providing income. We already got that because we doing it now. Cooking and cleaning, we already do it. We was already doing that probably before we ever met a woman because we was taught to do that. So we got everything that we need, and we got it on our own, but we look for a woman unconditionally as companionship. You know what I'm saying? And of course, to procreate. Them are our conditions. That's why when you look at the checklist, our checklist is way smaller than a woman's checklist. So long as you're giving us that support as a helpmeet, then we're cool with
Wow.
that. We're
Okay.
cool, but a woman checklist is different. So
I understand that. But do you understand that everybody needs to be supported or feel supported emotionally, socially, and that also this you said that we that so-called emotion, which is just an emotional attachment.
mhm.
I know what emotional is because I am a very emotional person. I've been told that I'm a very emotional person. However, I
Of
also
course,
know
you're a
what love
woman. You're
is.
supposed to be. You're a woman.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
supposed to be emotional.
but what I'm saying is I also know what love is, and those are two different things, you
Hmm.
know. And then you also said that our list is a little well. I'm not saying you said this, but what I interpret is that our checklist is a little bit longer than the men, and that essentially
It
you
is
guys are just looking for a helpmeet, and someone to procreate with.
correct.
That to me is total BS because half the stuff that you all need, y'all don't even know that you need it first. It's
Like what?
something in us that God it's something in us that God has put in us that intuitively we pull certain things out of you guys and then we put certain things into you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Because half of the men, and I'm not saying your demographic, but some men that I had dated prior to me getting married, they lacked communication skills. They didn't
Hmm.
know how to interpret their emotions.
Hmm.
They shut down easily for no reason because they were offended. You understand what I'm saying? They had some type of male superiority complex. When I'm a team oriented type of person, I'm also submissive. I know how to be submissive to my man. I realize that the man is the head of the household. I understand that and I play my role. However, we are also a team. And my job is not to just procreate and have companionship with you. I'm so much more than that to you. Sometimes I'm going to be your mouthpiece. Sometimes I'm going to be your psychologist. Sometimes I'm going to be your psychiatrist. Sometimes I'm going to be to hold your back up. Sometimes when you lost for words, I'm going to have the verbiage. We are so much more. And then I want my man to also be that for me to do. It's a give and take.
So,
And I
so my
think
rebuttal.
the gender, we don't get that and understand that.
So my rebuttal on that is why do you require all that? Now, notice I say, why do you
I don't
require all
require
that?
it. I don't require it. I feel like in a marriage, we unfold. It's like a peel in an onion bag. There's so many layers to each other, and it's a wonderful thing to get to know each other. And as we go along on this journey of marriage, you understand my quirks, I understand your quirks, I understand your flaws, you understand my flaws, and we are supportive to each other. My husband is so much more to me than the provider of the household. I'm so much more to him than a companion and someone to procreate with.
So what? Well, why is that simple thing that I just stated? Why is that not good enough?
It's good enough. It's good enough. You need to ask yourself, reverse that. Why isn't that good enough for black men? Because you have a
It,
lot of women that are
hey,
all of those things for black men.
hey, hey! I already told you our requirements. Our requirements is simple, but you rebuttal back said that, well, that's not good enough. I need you to be more than that because you believe as a woman you're more than that. That you could be my psychologist and all the stuff. That we don't need you to be all that. All we need you to do is to be
Whoa!
our woman and be
Yes,
our
you guys
companion, and
do.
that's it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Like
Because
we
you
we
feel like
if we
there's nothing wrong
if we
with it.
want if we want to get a psychologist, we just go seek a professional therapist if it's that serious.
And I
If it's
was
that
speaking
serious.
in a sense of in instances where you may have that dialogue or where you service a need. I'm not saying that we're gonna sit you down with a paper and pen and analyze you. That's not what I'm saying. But we have those
Hmm.
women have those characteristics naturally. See, I don't, and this is could be, and this just could be indigenous just to me. I don't feel like I'm all put together when I met my husband. I knew I had some flaws, and he was down for the journey to let's do this. I'm not a perfect man, baby. That was his verbiage. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect man. And I said, baby, I'm not a perfect woman. But we knew that we loved each other enough to go on this journey together with our unperfect self. And I think that's all you can really expect from one another, and be willing to deal with that and accept that and come together and make a marvelous union. But to come in and with the expectation is that I'm all put together. My ex-husband, I gotta stop. I'm just giving as an analogy. Tapped me on the head like a puppy and said, "You don't know how lucky you are to have me." As if I didn't bring so much intricacy to him. You understand what I'm saying? Some things he had never did until he met me.
Do you believe your husband's the prize?
Do I believe my husband's a prize? I don't believe that he's a prize because I don't believe he's a prize because I didn't win him. I do believe that he's a gift. I believe that he was given to me.
That's the same thing.
He was given to me by the Lord. No, prize is something that you win. A gift, somebody give to you without condition. Prize take thought. Prize take skill. Prize take effort. You got to do something to win that prize. You got to pay something in some instances to win a prize. But a gift is something that somebody freely give to you. So, maybe you don't even deserve it, but you still get it.
So your husband never did anything to win you over, to win your affection, to say that, hey, this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. Is that what you're telling me?
He didn't win me over. I made a conscious decision is that what I saw in him was doable for the rest of my life. What I saw in him, I want to be around him, around that permanently. He didn't win me. It wasn't a competition. It was us getting to learn each other and trust each other. Now, I will say he did make an effort to allow me to trust him. I had to trust him. Now, that was one of my flaws, trusting, because I have been through these relationships where you think everything good and all of a sudden it's all baby out here, or it's another woman. Like, who are you? I've been there. So, and then, of course, his background, where he's from, I ain't gonna lie, the first time I found out where he was from, I blocked him. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Because I had that blanket mistrust. So he did work to gain my trust. And even like midway, so we dated for a year. So like midway, he still was like, you still don't trust me. Because I'm like walking on eggshells with this thing, because this is something new, the culture is new. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You could be a really elaborate scammer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's that trust, because I've been hurt so bad that it's like, can I really take your word for God? Because I'm gonna give you Clayleen. I'm gonna give you all of this, but are you gonna hurt me again? Is it gonna not be good enough again? Are you gonna leave again? Am I gonna have to walk away again? You know what I'm saying? So I had that chip on my shoulder.
So based on everything I'm hearing you say, he did win you over. He had to work in order to gain that trust from you, so you could feel secure about the relationship. So technically, he's the prize, right?
That, honey, whatever you want to call
every look out of every dude out
there. I
there.
don't knock it. Whatever verbiage you want to use, prize.
Out of every dude out there that could have been potential, you chose that dude. So therefore, that dude is the prize.
Yeah, well, a prize is something that give, whatever you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't like saying prize because it's like, oh, I won him. I got this. You know what I'm saying? You got to work for a healthy relationship. You got to work for it, man. And
I'm not taking away the work process, because every relationship is work. Even when you're in a relationship, it's still, work. But the thing that I'm trying to get you to understand is that, he did everything possible to win you over. So technically that's a prize. It's, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want to make it something else, you could just simply say that, hey, he's a gift from God. A gift from God, same thing as saying a prize. But Either or.
Whatever it is, I want to say thank God for it. I want to say thank God for it.
Oh, hold on. You're not gonna thank God for your husband that he sent you a husband?
I said I want
You
to thank
kidding me?
God for it. That's what I said. I want to thank God. I'm saying that, Irving.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Okay.
thanking God
So the
for it.
next
Buddy is
question
a prize.
was, baby, whatever you want to say, okay? Whatever floats your boat, you go ahead and say it, okay? Are black men really looking for that one, or is that still a thing? Is the one still a thing, or are you comfortable with just casually dating or having these meaningful relationships for a period of time? Are you really looking for the one, or is that too traditional?
I mean that's a loaded question, and that depends on the individual. You know what I'm saying? There are some men out there they're
Oh,
not
thank you,
looking for
lovely.
one. There's some men out there they're looking for polygamous relationship. There are some men out there who wants to casually date, no nothing more, nothing less. And there are some men out there who looking for traditional relationships. There are some men who looking for modern relationships as well too. So it all depends on that man.
Yeah, and so in doing that, and this can go both ways with women. Are they looking for a husband or waiting for a husband? So in doing that casual dating, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm coming from a traditional point of view. That
Hmm.
that value thing still sticks out to me. You know what I'm saying? If you casually date, and it's nothing wrong with doing that because we're human. We want companionship, or you want to just be able to sit across the table to have a nice, dinner, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? In doing that, is there a value placed on that other individual in that time or moment? Or is it just a thing where you just casually dating? You know what I'm saying? Because men and women are different. You're correct. We are different. Because I'm gonna tell you, if some man prior to me getting married, if some man sitting down and listening, and I say this to my dear friend, and he's working today, and I really want him to join the panel. But I used to say this all the time, and y'all gonna be tripping because I'm saying this, but whatever. He's extremely attractive, extremely attractive, extremely attractive. But he doesn't come off, arrogant, but he will sit because he's also like a health self-awareness guru. He will sit and talk to women for hours about their needs, their problems. If they get
Hmm.
emotional, they'll call and talk to him. He'll sit there and listen to them, and he'll give sound wisdom and advice. And I told him, I said, now you can't sit and do it all the time. I said, as a woman, because they're gonna fall in love with you because you're listening to them. You're asking about their day. You reach out to them when they haven't called you first and say, "Hey, how you doing? Just checking on you." That type of stuff signals to me that, oh, he's interested in me. Oh, he's valuing me. Oh, he thinks I'm special. And they always fall in love with him. But when he's just really concerned and just checking on them, and he just has a listening ear. And I told him, they gonna fall in love with you. And next thing you know, they're showing up at his house thinking it's about to go down because, oh, he liked me. So that's why I said when you casually
But
dating a woman, you got to be careful of that. Hey, Vaughn.
hey, hey, Buddy sound like Derek Jackson.
Oh, you talking about that? No, he's nowhere near like that guy. Nowhere near. No, I know exactly who you talking. But the thing is, you get. I hope I don't get in trouble. But you can just look at him and say, "You scared." You using this self awareness and this healthy relationship, all of this stuff, and you using this as a scapegoat in a con. I
Hmm.
seen it I seen it a mile away. I'm like, how do y'all not notice? Hey,
Hmm.
Shawana, send nothing but love
So
your way.
So let me kind of narrow your questions down. What I'm do I'm gonna make it
Were
pertain
they
to me.
wide?
All right.
They too wide?
Yeah, that's too. It's too of a broad question. You know what I'm saying? And so it does
Oh,
depends on that man. So I'm gonna narrow it down, and we're gonna
all
say
right.
hypothetically speaking that you asking this question to me based on where I'm at.
Why you
All
lay
right.
him up there? Uh-oh.
Quiet, Vaughn. She just mad because I beat her in the debate the other night. But
Oh, okay.
all right, so we're gonna narrow it down. We're gonna say hypothetically speaking that I'm a single man. All right, I'm a single man, and I'm out there in the dating market. All right. So I'm a single man. I'm out there in the dating market. In my mind, I'm not looking for a traditional person. I just want to go out there and date and have fun. That's my mindset. That's my mentality. That's what I want to do. And so that's why I go seek out other women who have the same mindset as me, which is just want to casual date, have fun. Hey, if we end up having sex, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's say hypothetically speaking that my mindset different. Instead of me being that dude that just want to casually date, right? I just want to go out and find an actual woman with the intentions of marrying her. So my mindset is going to be totally different then. So I'll be seeking a different type of woman versus the women I was seeking out in the past. You know what I'm saying? The one that I know I could get with them and have sex with them or whatever. So I'll be seeking a different type of demographics of women just so, I can marry them, So I hope that
when you say that, it kind of when you said what you just said, it kind of showed us a little peek of insight of what men really think of women. So are we in different categories of the jump off, the wife? A lot of people say that, but I'm just like,
yep. Yeah,
are we in different
y'all
categories?
absolutely are.
Wow.
I'm not gonna separate a lot to y'all are. Y'all absolutely are. We have y'all in different categories depending on the type of woman you are. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Ain't no different for what women do to men.
No,
Ain't
now
no
you know
different
what?
for
You
what
know
y'all do
what
to
my
us.
not Vaughn, Urban. You know what my problem is? I gave every man that ever came in my life, I gave them the same chance. This could be the one. You know what I'm saying? This could be the one. I'm not gonna judge him because he could be my
Why
king.
not? Why
You know
not?
what? People listen to me.
Why
I,
you wasn't
I never
judging them?
did that. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm saying it to somebody who's watching the show and they're asking for the link. Yes, I can. I didn't know that. I'm glad that you said that we are in different categories. And I'm going to send it in Messenger. I'm saying this out loud. Sorry, Urban.
Oh no, you good. Take time.
Okay. I'm going to send it in Messenger. Am I going to send it in Messenger? Oh, I'm just going to put it in the chat. This is clear. I'm going to put it in the chat. Just click the link and come up. Yeah, so I didn't know that we were in different categories. So with me, I give everybody with me, I've given every man the same chance. You understand?
Which is
Which is you have the possibility to be the one. And then I'm gonna tell you, I went into my Clayleen mode of I'm gonna love this man so good that he ain't gonna leave me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna love this man so good that he ain't gonna leave me. And it never worked.
and see that's the problem right there is that you have to vet out people because just like what I told you earlier about depending on where my mind was at during that time, that's the representation that you're going to get. You may have got the representation of me where I'm just going around and trying to talk to women and have casual sex, or you may get the representation of me, literally looking for a companionship, looking for a wife, But there are men who think just like that, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's important for you to vet.
That to the woman? Do you communicate that to the woman?
Yeah.
Now I can appreciate that.
I do. But I'm not gonna say every man does because you do have men out there who are known as simps. Them simps that be separate playing them games.
Tell me what that is.
Simply a simp is a person who will utilize his resources to get what he wants out of a woman, which typically it deals with sex.
Wow.
So a simp would do that. A simp would sit up there and lie and everything just so he could get what he wants.
Wow. That's simple.
But that's why I say it's important for you to vet out. It's important for you when you vet it, you're judging. So yes, you should absolutely judge. Absolutely.
You say that you should judge.
Yeah, absolutely you should, because that's what vetting is.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Vetting and judge. So you think vetting and judging is the same thing?
It is.
I disagree.
What's your definition of
Vetting
vetting?
to me is just gathering information about that individual
With the intentions of what?
with the intentions to see if this person is compatible for me. Judging is coming to a conclusion by what this person has done or who you think this person is.
Is it not the same thing?
No, I don't think it is.
It is. That is the same as that thing.
Ron
When you
said
vet out
passing
that person,
judgment like Jesus.
well, hey, when you come to the conclusion that this dude is not for you, guess what? You just judge that dude, right?
I disagree. I don't know. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Okay, Vaughn said it can be.
No, nobody think about Vons.
Oh, oh my God.
But no, that's exactly what you're doing. You're judging. You're absolutely judging.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about it. Like whenever you hear the word judging, people typically think judging is a bad thing or a negative thing, but it ain't negative. It can be depending on your intentions behind it. But there's that thing that's called righteous judgment, right? The Bible talks about that, right?
Judge
So
not lest you be judged.
Yep. So you judge. You absolutely judge that person. When you vetting, you judging. You're trying to see if that person is going to be compatible with your particular lifestyles and whatever type of thing that you want to have in that relationship. If they don't fit that criteria, you're going to judge them.
Hey, Vaughn, send nothing below your way. Lion Shoe said these women are giving you a headache. Am I giving you a headache?
Yeah, Lionel. Lionel, you know how it is, bro.
I came up here.
I feel like y'all some cavemen. That's what I feel. I really feel like
I came up here, Queen, to help assist Mr. Lounge. You know, since he ain't paying me no attention. So he said vetting someone, you know, is judging, and I said in the chat it can be, because when you really think about it, when you dating someone, and you know, you say, you know, you gathering information, you know, that's vetting, right? And once you gather that information and you know, I guess you can say analyze or assess, you know, you go through your mind and, you know, your emotions, and you like, is this the person for me? You say no, right? You're saying no or yes based on, you know, your opinion of what your needs and wants are, and, you know, can be, right? So an opinion is a judgment. So yeah, that that's why I said it can be. So when you vetting, you know, this person out, you know, you are judging. You like, you know, is he gonna be the one, you know, rub my feet when I'm tired? You know, is he gonna be the one, you know, make dinner? You know, do he know how to take trash out? Is he emotionally intelligent? You know, so you go through all them things, and then you like, yeah, no, I ain't got time for this. Or you say yes, you know, he's the one.
Lionel said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "What are you talking about?"
Lighter that's in the chat.
I totally get what she's saying. I totally get what she's saying. And see, even when Lionel said these women, what are these women? It reminds me of somebody in the backwoods in the country chewing some snuff. What is these women talking about? We are asking poignant questions. And I think it's fair to have this conversation. You know, and it's almost, you almost get to just here go these crazy women again. They all, you know, no. I had somebody tell me in a heated argument, don't nobody care about your feelings. That was so offensive to me. What do you mean you don't care about my feelings? You signed up to be with me forever, and you said you don't care how I feel, or that my voice does not matter. I don't get that.
So what? Hold on. What? How did we get here?
Because Lionel said these women.
Who not care? Who not caring about your feelings?
I'm saying this. He said this. The way that he said it was like, oh, these women. So what you say, Lionel? It's absolutely fair to have these combos. Yes, it is. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like, oh, these women, they're gonna give you a headache, which I interpret that, he was being dismissive about it.
Oh,
as
Lord.
If they feelings don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Oh, these women gonna give you a headache, all of this stuff.
How did you get that interpretation though?
If I said, these men are always talking about being submissive, how would that make you feel?
No, it wouldn't make me feel anything at all, to be honest.
Well, you a different type of man. Vaughn, what's going on with you? You step down?
She said she in the back chat.
Okay. You said not dismissive at all. Okay. When you say these women, that's just like you say these people. You know what I'm saying? You hear somebody say these people, you're like, what you mean? It's almost, you're like, what? You know how we get? Are you racist? You know what I'm saying? These people, these women. Like, what you mean?
Yeah. You said up here took that from 0 to 100 for no apparent reason.
No, I didn't, because I'm analytical.
This woman.
You want me to remove you? Vaughn, you want me to remove you? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I was saying something, then next thing you know, I think I knocked myself down. I don't know what I was doing. Okay. But did you hear what I said?
What did you say?
When we was talking about vetting people and judgment, it's somewhat the same thing.
I did. I heard you. You entitled to your opinion. Don't shake your head. Anyway.
No.
Moving on.
And look, don't pay Lionel no attention, okay? Because we ain't gonna give Mr. Lounge no headache, okay?
Oh, he too? He too?
Yeah, he another one.
0 from 100. And that's okay. And it is.
Oh, well, yeah, Queen. Some of my subscribers are starting to come over to your channel because I shared you out, by the way.
And I want to say thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys. Actually, these last 28 days, I'm the type of person that watch the analytics. So this channel has been viewed over 88,000 times. And I want to say thank you so much for sharing me out, because I know it's because of content creators like you, Urban, Vaughn, a lot of people who have way more subscribers than me have shared me out. And my channel has grown substantially because of that. And I honestly am grateful. Because I do have a voice. We all have a voice. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be a template for some women, not all women. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to have conversations like this. So I want to say thank you guys for supporting. And even the replay game has been really good. So thank you guys for that too. I appreciate that, Urban.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem.
All right, next question. Do Black men still see value in Black women? And I think we almost answered that. Is it possible for women, average women,
whoa. Let's go back to that one.
I know. I put that in there for a reason. I put that in there because I knew some people would identify with average women.
No, I'm talking about do Black men find value in Black women? We really didn't talk about it.
Go ahead.
Do Black men find value in Black women?
Yes.
I'm going to drop down. I see y'all later.
Buzz already know. I figure
get it Queen. I'm going to be in the chat. Okay, girl, but I still got your back.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jamila, for subbing. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome.
All right. So So I'm gonna answer it this way. It depends on the black woman. All right. We don't find value in our black women. We do find value in some type of black women, but not all of them.
Oh,
So to be honest,
okay.
to be real honest, no different from black women finding value in black men. Y'all find some value in certain black men, but you don't find value in other type of black men.
First of all, let's understand that we're also human beings before we're a woman. Okay, I'm gonna need you to have value in me just because I'm a human being first. That's the first thing. Okay, and regardless
Why
of what
should I?
category, because humanity matters. How value me because I'm alive? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna value you because you're a human being.
I could respect you because you're a human being, but that doesn't mean I have to value that,
Wow,
right?
wow, wow.
Right?
That's weird to me. And it could be because of my Christian background. And I'm not saying I'm a minister. You understand what I'm saying? So
Me
it could be
too.
because of the tenets that I'm not understanding. Because aren't you taught to value every life? That every person matters.
No, we're taught to respect every life, but value is something totally different. Value is something way different than respecting. You know what I'm saying? Like you can respect everybody's life, like I do. I respect everybody's life. You know what I'm saying? And I treat them with respect. You know what I'm saying? As long as respect is given. But however, when it's talking about valuing something, that means that you place it on a type of market or whatever that's technically the sense available for purchase. It is going to benefit you. Not every black woman benefits black men, period, and vice versa.
What?
That's true. That's true.
So it's in a little bit you kind of contradicting yourself. You said every black woman benefits a black man. However, you are not willing to place value on that.
What? That ain't what I said.
It sounds like what you said. You said every black woman benefits every black man, right? However, there may come a time when you're with this woman, you have respect for this woman that benefits you, but you don't necessarily value it. Is that what you're saying?
All right, so let me repeat myself.
Okay.
Now we respect each other, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As long as respect is given. But for us, the value part, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let me put it to you this way. If I were treating you wrong, right, would you still say that you value me? If I was doing things abusive to you, would you still say that you have value in me?
I wouldn't, but I know some women who do.
That's them. But generally speaking, you said no, right? So therefore, not every black woman has value. Just as the same as not every black man has value. We can respect each other, of course, long as respect is given, but for us the value part, no. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
That's odd to me. That's odd to me. It really is that you can have respect for something but don't value it. Because to me, I feel like they go together interchangeably. You know what I'm saying? Respect and value. But maybe it's a woman thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a woman thing. I don't know. I'm sending you the link. I'm sending you the link to the show. You know who I'm talking to.
I'm gonna give you another anecdotal example. Right? So
Okay.
we work at a job, right? We all have worked at a job before that we respect the job, but we didn't value the job, correct? So that's what I'm talking about. The reason why you didn't value the job because of whatever the reason is, you could have been working with a messed up coworker, or the company was screwed up, or your boss was messed up and screwed up. So you didn't value the company, but you respect it.
Here we go again. I said yeah too quick. But here's the thing.
Or you could respect the company, but then evaluate. Either or.
He said, generally speaking. I was about to say what Urban said. Okay. That's just a new concept for me, but I can see that. It's a new concept, but I can see that. Okay. The second question to this two-part thing, and I realized that I do write real broad questions. Is it possible for women?
No, you good. Yeah, this bring it. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, is it possible for women?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Go. What you stopping for?
Okay. They need to. Okay, make sure you connect to a mic. That it says something about a mic. They will need to. I see you, E. It says they will need to connect to their mic before you can add it to the thing. So you probably need to. I don't know if you got earplugs in or something like that. I don't know, but I see you. I see you backstage. I see you. It says they will need to connect to a mic before you can add them. So it's something about your device, something about a mic. I don't know. Depending on what you're doing. But I see you. So wherever you fix the sound, I can add you. It says it is.
Oh, that need to go into their settings to make sure that wherever device that they're using on, they'll be able to talk out of it. So.
Oh, okay.
Go into
like
StreamYard setting. Yeah, that had to go into StreamYard
setting. Yeah, go into StreamYard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go into the StreamYard setting, E. Go into the StreamYard setting, and then go into sound, and make sure you click the right system, sound system to connect to. It's gonna say default something, whatever. You click that, and then you'll be able to join. All right. Is it possible for women, average women, to secure the so-called high-value man?
No.
Wow, you said that really quick.
Because somebody need to tell them the truth.
Oh, don't say y'all.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody need to tell y'all the truth. Because
don't tell y'all.
Have this reality check.
I know that I'm a
reality check. No.
I know that I'm a high-value woman. I'm not a high-value woman?
No.
In your perspective?
Well, I don't know. I'm just playing with y'all. I don't know because I don't know you.
Okay,
but there are.
I'm all of that and some.
But there are women who are average as best, thinking that they can qualify for a high-value man, and that's not the case. Nope.
Qualify, that word. Qualify for a high-value man. So here you go, these categories again. Average woman, high-value woman. So what determines an average woman? Tell me what an average woman is. Because I could be an average woman and just don't know it. What's an average woman to you?
The qualifications of an average woman is a woman, it deals with different categories. The first category is, of course, is how the way you look, right? If you're if you're fit, you know what I'm saying? If you are physically fit and you're healthy, that's the first category. That goes with the physical look as well too. If you're attractive, the third category, it goes with your social economical status as well too. How much money you have, you know what I'm saying? Different things like that. So if you don't meet all three of them categories at least 10 or higher, then you're average. And you don't qualify for a high value man, period.
Don't qualify for a high value man. Even though you may be what that man needs, even though you are what that man wants. But because you don't check everything off, he won't deal with you.
How's that possible? You ain't gonna be what he want if he looking at you to see that you're not it anyway, so it don't matter.
See,
It don't matter. It's just like I say, if they don't pass them 3 criterias, they don't even matter. They're not gonna even want.
they don't even matter.
Mm-mm.
Yo,
They're not gonna go
man,
up to 'em.
you all have to watch what you say, the verbiage.
I'm just being
Because I
honest
don't.
with you. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest with you.
Wow, it's so it makes it seem so sterile. Like you just looking at this woman, like you looking at her like she's on paper.
It's no different
Hypothetically,
for hey, it's no different for men. Like, say for example, um, I'm considered as an average man myself, right? I can't qualify for a woman like Beyonce or Rihanna or anything like that because I'm not on that level where she's at. I'm not
you
on that
think so?
level financially or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I do not qualify for her. But the difference between men and women is that with men, we accept that. We accept where we at for us the level of qualification. But women, on the other hand, they have an entitlement mentality thinking that they qualify for every type of man because they're a woman, which that's not true.
I'm gonna tell you what a high value man is for me.
I bet you it's dealing with his characteristics and he could provide for you. That's typically
No,
what it is.
no, absolutely no. One of those things you missed. No, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on one second. Fix your sound settings because it won't let me add you to the stage. You got to choose the correct sound setting. So he probably yeah. Okay, so one of those things was he got to be a provider. No, he don't have to be a provider. You understand? Even though I know naturally, once we get in the groove of thing, he probably will take over that role. Let me tell you something. I'm about to get spiritual with you for a
What?
minute. I'm about to get spiritual with you. Just go with me for a minute.
Oh,
Okay?
go. All right.
Just go
I'm
with me
listening.
for a minute. So I did the looking for the man got to be this, got to be this, got to be this for a while in my life. I did that. You got to have this, you got to
Mhm.
be this. And the Lord said, why? He said, why? He said, aren't you doing that for yourself right now? He said, I'm going to give you what you need, not necessarily what you want and you desire. That's the cherry on top. Even Vaughn saying, huh? You understand what I'm saying? Historically, we have said the man got to be the protector. He got to be the provider. Yeah, he's going to do that. Of course, he's going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, yeah, that's going to come naturally. I'm not saying that's not what I want. But for me, a high quality man is one that is faithful.
Characteristics,
A
like I
high
said.
quality man is one that is loyal to me. A high quality
Hmm.
man is the one that serves the need in my life. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Is he gonna provide? Yeah, he gonna provide. But I'm team oriented. We gonna work together. I'm not gonna put all of that weight on him because
Hmm.
this generation has had to do it independently. Women have to do it independently on their own anyway. So since I'm doing it anyway, we're
What?
gonna work together.
Since hold
Since
up.
I'm
Since
doing it
when? Since
anyway.
when
Since
women
I'm
did that?
providing
Since
for
when?
myself anyway. Since I've been providing, before I got married, before we had this cooperative economics, since I was providing for myself, keeping a roof over my head, putting food in my refrigerator, working 2 jobs because we had to do that. Since I've been doing it anyway,
Hmm.
why not do it with somebody else? But that's not a criteria because guess what? I got the skill set to do it for myself. And if you come or you go, I'm still going to take care of myself. But I do need you to be nurturing to me. I do need you to be faithful to me. I do need you to come home at night. I do need you to have these conversations with me and communicate to me. I do need you to be transparent to me. Those are the things that I think is if you possess those characteristics, you are a high valued man to me. The money gonna come. That's gonna come. We gonna work together. That's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay attention to all of that. See, yeah. He talking about some, all right. If a man can't provide for me, he ain't a man. See, I don't get down like that. But go ahead.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So if your husband do not provide for you, will you be practically okay with that? You'll be fine with that?
If there was if we communicate that thing and it's not a, I'll give you an example. If my husband got sick and could not provide for me, yes, I would be
That's
down
what
with
I'm
it.
asking. No,
What do you ask me? What do you ask?
Don't try to move the goalposts. I asked a
I'm
general
not moving
question.
to
If he
goalposts.
cannot,
Tell me.
if he choose not to provide for you, period, regardless if he's healthy or not, would you be cool with that? Y'all literally had that conversation. He said, I'm not providing for you, but I'll do everything else you want me to do.
No,
I'll still
I'm gonna
have the
be honest with you.
personality.
No, I would.
I'll still have that personality. I'll still support you in every other way, but for us provider, I ain't doing it. Would you be cool with that?
I know I would not be cool with that because it
Why?
speaks to because it speaks to him not caring enough to work with me. Now I don't want him to be the sole provider. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if he came and said, I'm not going to do my share. Okay, then you're not considering me. You're not considering my needs and my wants. Then yeah, I'm going to have a problem with that. But I'm not considering you. That's not going to be my criteria. If he can be a provider for me as for a high quality man, that's not my criteria. I'm not looking for that because that's something that I can do for myself. I know naturally if he is the man that he says he is, or he shows me, then that's going to come. He's going to be a participant in this life. See, I don't like that sole provider thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I'm just too independent for that. I'm too independent for that, and that could be a problem. It could be a problem. But if he said no, I'm not going to provide for you. Yeah, I will have a problem with that because it speaks to your character. For me, why wouldn't you want to work with me and work together with me so that we can build?
Do you believe that your feminism viewpoint is the issue with you? Because feminism teaches women to be independent, and also it teaches women to have that masculine energy.
I agree with you with that, and I told my husband when we were about to embark on this marriage, I said, "Now listen," and I was honest with him. I said, "Now you're gonna have to be able to handle me, get a hold of me." I said because sometimes I can be too aggressive because of how I was raised militant. My mother was in the Nation of Islam. She was a teacher of the Nation of Islam, and then we converted to Christianity. But I always had this. I have a voice. You're not gonna downgrade. You're not gonna kill my spirit. I had a voice. So I do have a problem. I did have a problem with that. You understand? I did. That's a flaw. You're absolutely right. That is one of my flaws. You're absolutely right. But I do also know to be submissive and to understand that the man takes the lead. And I know a lot of women cringe and like, ugh. But in my household, that's what it is. And I'm comfortable with that. However, I do have a voice.
You do understand that when you take on the traditional values and traditional roles, there's no equality in it. You do understand that, right? There's no equality in that. You said when
I take up traditional roles, there is no equality in it. No, there is no equality in it. You're right. See how I'm agreeing with you? You're right. There is no equality in it, but it is just as valuable as the role that the husband plays. I don't think that marriage is 50-50. I don't think that marriage is 50-50. It will never be 50-50 at the same time. I don't think that. I don't. Because you know why? One year I couldn't work. I was sick. They didn't know what was wrong with me. And I had to stay off work for a whole year. And my husband had to do everything. And he did. There was a year when my husband did had work and I had to work and take and do everything. You know what I'm saying? And so it's never 50-50. It's never 50-50.
Yep. So, what if I told you that everything you said earlier, right? That's how the way men are. That's how the way we're built for us, the woman. Like we that's how the way. That's the responsibility that we're supposed to be taking on. Where we're protecting you, we're providing and doing all these different things, right? And we don't have the expectation of y'all, working and different things like that, but only if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But it's not a requirement because we know we can't handle that on our own. So that's why I asked you earlier, If your husband don't do that, how the way you feel? Then immediately you said, nope, you ain't gonna do it. The reason why is because women is hypergamous in nature and they want a man to protect and provide for them, period. I don't care how masculine you are, you want a man to protect and provide you, period. That's the number one criteria. Now that even goes over the characteristic part, because like in the beginning, you mentioned about the characteristic. Oh, he got to be this and he got to be that. But
He does.
when it comes to the protection and provider part, that overrides even the characteristics.
But I'm
Because women are
associating that
hypergamous.
with the characteristics. But I am associating you providing with your characteristics. Because listen, let me tell you something about my husband. Yeah, he kept a roof over our head, but it was something about my ex-husband. It was something about his character that was off that I couldn't get with. You understand? Well, we both kept the roof on my head with it. One time he came home and said, I can't never pay the rent. Sorry. He literally told me, I can't never pay the rent. So I took that on and I had to move aggressively and I had to move in protection mode. Like I had to make sure that we was good. You understand what I'm saying? I found out he was making way more money than what he told us. And he was stacking his money to the side because that's what his stepfather did to his mama. You understand what I'm saying? So he learned that behavior. The best way I can say it is I was looking at that character. If your character is whack, then no, you ain't gonna be no good provider. You not gonna work with me. You not gonna want to build with me. You are gonna want to take the head regardless if you're right or you're wrong. You're not gonna want to take sound judgment or take my opinion. You're not gonna include me in this. He told me it's my way or the highway. Whether you make the wrong decision or not, it's my way or the highway. So I can't get with that. You understand what I'm saying?
When you dealing with a traditional man, that's absolutely true. It's this way or the highway, and that's why I don't understand. I don't understand why women are like that. You say that you want a man to be all these certain criteria, right? But when it comes to the decision making part, you don't allow that dude to make the ultimate decision on your behalf because you don't trust that man to make the ultimate decision because you want to control it.
But you're absolutely wrong about me.
But at the same time, you say you want to be submissive.
Listen, whatever my husband, whatever decision that he make, for one thing about it, even though his culture says that, the man is the dominant force, and he understands that, and I recognize that for him, he said, baby, we walk together. We walk together in this thing. He said, I value your opinion. So when it's time for us to pay bills, we talk about it. We hash it out. He values my opinion. I value his opinions. We collectively share that information and then we make a decision together. There are instances where I fall back and I let him go ahead and make that decision. You know what I'm saying? But it's not me saying,
whoa. You said there were instances. You say there were instances you do that? I thought that's supposed to be all the time.
It's not all the time because there's sometimes where he includes me in the decision making. And we talk about it and we decide. Like I said, marriage is not 50-50. You understand what I'm saying? It's a dance. It's not that he gets to make all the decisions and I don't. He's not like that. He has verbalized to me, I am including you in making decisions that's going to affect both of us. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that don't mean that I'm not submissive.
So let me ask you a question. If he make a decision right now and he said he did this certain thing, well, would you accept it?
Say it one more time.
I'm not saying you have to agree with it. If he make a certain decision right now on y'all behalf, he said, babe, I am doing this. This is what we're doing. Would you accept that?
We're dealing with something right now. And he did it. And I didn't say among the words. I accepted it. He did it. And I accepted it.
Without no attitude?
No attitude, because that's what he said. Because that is what he decided to do. I voiced my opinion. I said, hey, babe, I don't think we should do this. He said, well, this is what we're going to do because you don't know here, what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there. I said, okay, whatever you think is best. So now my job is to support that decision. That's what my job is. And by any means, it don't work out for us, then my job is to problem solve with him, to fix or to address the consequences of that decision. Not to bash him over his head, because I don't get it right all the time. We don't get it right all the time. But I respect him for making that decision. Okay, you made it. Now my job is to support.
Okay. Yeah. I agree.
That's where I'm at with that. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. Because at the end of the day, we know all of us don't make the right decisions. We think it's a good decision at the time. And so then you got then what am I gonna do if I make the wrong decision? Is he gonna beat me over the head for me? No. Okay, babe. I didn't want to go with this, but okay, so now how do we fix this? Urban, I don't agree with that. I don't. What do you know? Are you not agreeing with what he said or what I said?
No. He's saying he don't agree with what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, and that's okay. That's fine. Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm not laughing because me and Lionel, we know each other. I know the reason why he's saying it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the reason why
Why
he's saying it. So. All right. I ain't gonna say it because I'm being nice up here. I'm being nice. Vance told me to be nice, so I'm be nice. I'm be nice. And plus, we have the good conversation. I am being my authentic self. I really am. But I know that this is not my platform either, so that's why I be kind of.
Hi, Mantis 313. I see nothing to love your way because you deserve it. Okay, that's the natural order. Mantis, what you mean that's the natural order? The natural order of what?
Wait a minute. Why did that trigger you, the natural order?
Because it sounds like you're talking about animals and stuff. Like, the natural order of what?
The natural order of relationships where it's the husband, wife, children. Or if y'all believe in religion, it's God, husband, wife, children. What's wrong with that?
I agree with that. But can you honestly say in this generation, in my generation, something shift where the natural order of things changed? First of all, half of our black men got on drugs and got locked up in the 80s.
Okay.
So they were missing out of the family dynamic. And the women it was God, women, and the children because our men were gone. So something shifted in the dynamic. That's why when I say I provide for either way, I'm providing for myself because we were raised by single women.
So hold on. So what's the percentage do you think was on drugs? A man that was on drugs during the 80s and was being absent parents.
Now, some of them were on drugs, and then some of them were locked up. Some of them was locked up because of drugs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say a good 60%.
60.
I'm gonna say a good 60%. I want to say higher.
Hey,
you talking about the crack epidemic? That the majority, a lot of black men went to jail over that.
Queen. If that be the case, me and you would not be existing right now having this conversation if it was 60% or higher.
Do you know how many black men went to jail in the 80s for selling drugs?
Yes, about roughly about 20 to 25%. It's not it wasn't higher than that. Because if that be the case, we would not be existing having this conversation.
We know Google lie, but I really would like to see. I want to see this. Do you know how many black people went to?
It's not that high, man. It's not that high. And then on top of that, I'm also tired of women keep putting that on black men's shoulder. Y'all was absent parent back in the 80s. I'm like, okay, that was them baby boomers in the 80s that did that crazy stuff. But we're in a whole nother generation now. So what they did in the past, it should be carried over to the present and the future, unless we're allowing that to happen.
Okay,
Now I'm not
and
disregarding that it happened. I'm not disagreeing that it happened, but we
You
need to
said
stop putting that on
percentage is way off.
over our shoulders.
Somebody Google it for me and put it in the chat. I will eat crow if I'm wrong, but don't make up no number. So how can you say that when you see this perpetuate even now, the residual of the father being absent in society? There are so many single mothers that's raising children. Where are these men? You tell me where they are.
And you blame that on the 80s, or are you talking about currently?
I'm saying that's where it began.
Well, sure, it's a lot of reasons, but that it happened. One of the reasons you mentioned about the one crack epidemic, that was a portion of it. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it real. The other part of it was because women was being promiscuous. Was sleeping with dudes they was being promiscuous. So they was sleeping with these dudes, knowing good and well that these dudes did not want to commit and be in a relationship to them.
So
they're literally sleeping with these dudes without protection.
It take two.
Look, they're sleeping with these dudes without protection. Except for trapping these dudes with a kid, thinking that he's going to take care of that kid. Let's keep it real.
It's our fault.
Let's keep it real. Yeah, y'all part of the reason too. Just like you said, men was part of the reason for getting locked up and being on drugs. It's the women reason as well too, for being promiscuous and so that open your legs up and sleeping with dudes, and not using protection. Because at the end of the day, at the end,
as well as the woman. It's the man and the woman's responsibility to make sure that they are protected. I shouldn't have to tell you or bring a condom for you. You should not want your dick burning and protect yourself. The first law of humanity is self-preservation. Why would you want to protect your own self?
At the end of the day, who has access to sex? At the end of the day, who have access to sex? Men or women? The man or the woman? Men. Yes, you. So you determine that, not us. If you tell us no, if you tell us no, guess what? No means no, right? My body, my choice, right? So take accountability, because it's the woman. Take accountability.
I ain't taking accountability for another wrong person, baby. We in this thing together. Okay, you see what I'm saying? My job is not to think for you. If you too dumb to not bring a condom, then what I'm gonna tell? What I'm gonna do for you?
Ma'am,
when you know when you know you screwing me raw, you know that's the percentage that I might get pregnant. We ain't dummies up in here.
Ma'am, you told me, ma'am, you had told me to go in raw while you whispering in my ear while we was drinking Hennessy. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, so you should have went in your pocket and put a condom on. Or say, baby,
we both drunk. What you talking about? We both drunk.
What am I talking about? It ain't my job to give you.
We both drunk and we having a moment. Why you wasn't using birth control? Why we sit up here going in raw? Why you wasn't on birth control?
You a condom? It goes both ways.
Why you wasn't on birth control? Why thereafter when we did it? Why you didn't use the one Plan B pill?
Well, first of all, I don't believe in abortion. But what was wrong with your pullout game?
So it wasn't nothing wrong with my pullout game. I did what I wanted to do.
Exactly. You can do two things. If you could go get you a condom, or your pullout game can be strong. Now it's up to you. Either way, there's a percentage of me getting pregnant. Either I can take birth control pills, or if I get pregnant, I can go get that. It's a responsibility for both of us. Promiscuity, baby.
That's responsibility
if you
for
in a
you.
room scoring me, we both promiscuous.
That's your responsibility. That is your responsibility. Once again, my body. Once again, women say my body, my choice, right? Women say my body, my choice. So if it's your body, you are choosing to either allow this dude to ejaculate in you or not. That even if he does it, you're choosing to either keep that sperm in you or not. Say I'm lying. You are choosing that, not me.
We're both right, honey. I'll make a
Nah,
choice. Listen,
Mm-mm.
you make a choice to come or not. You
That's
make a
part of
choice
my
to come
body.
or not.
That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm a man.
And I'm a woman.
I'm a man.
I receive what you put in me. I'm receptive and you projective. You understand that? You understand? You see, you have a choice to let that come swim up in me. I have a choice to keep it in me.
That's the point. That's the point that I'm making. You have the choice. That's the point I'm making. Women have the choice, period. So therefore, that's why it was a lot of single mothers out there, because they was being promiscuous, and they'll sit up here trying to trap them dudes, thinking that dude was going to stay.
We don't get pregnant by immaculate conception. It take your sperm too. You had a choice to unzip your pants and put your thing up in me too. Okay, we both making choices up in this piece. You understand what I'm saying? You don't put the sole responsibility on a promiscuous woman, because you sought that pussy out too, and you put it in me too. You had a choice to pull out, but you didn't. So we both got a choice to do. It don't got nothing to do with somebody being promiscuous, because honey, you screwing me just like I'm screwing you. So we both promiscuous up in this thing. I don't have a problem saying, okay, I'm hoeing around, or I have some hoish tendencies. But baby, guess what? You did too.
And you just proved my point about why there are single mothers out there. That's the reason why. Because it's a choice. Because
walked off. Or dad
because you allow a dude to sit up here, nut up in you, and have a child, thinking that dude gonna stay around.
It's called consensual sex.
Or let's keep it real too. There are women out there who want men to get them pregnant.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying, Von. Von said this, Urban.
Hey,
are you saying women have more power than men, sir?
No, I'm saying that what women got between their legs are powerful. That's what I'm saying. We're not denying that. We're not denying that women control the access to sex. We're not denying that. It is what it is.
He said, if I come on the panel, do I have to cam up? No, you don't got to cam up. No, honey, you don't got to cam up. No.
But when women control the access to sex, period. And they could control the access to whether if you want to procreate or not. Women do that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've given us a lot of power, sir. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Hey, don't want to thank me. Thank God, because God gave y'all that ability, not us.
Okay. Von, I listen. And you know what? At the end of the day, guys, he's entitled to his own opinion. You understand that? And I welcome it. It's a great dialogue. So I hope you guys are enjoying the dialogue and the conversation. Please support the channel, $CLAYLING. Support, okay?
Y'all support. Support. We up here making some great content.
This is good. And we listen, and we ain't slandered no other content creator. We ain't cussed nobody out. You understand what I'm saying? People think content and it ain't really content. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Lionel. We welcome you to the show.
Good evening. Thank you for having me up.
No problem.
I'm curious at where this was going in terms of this. And I'm only asking because I hold my mom accountable for 2 of the baby fathers that she have. And because she decided to have the babies, I'm not going to sit here and tell her the man is also responsible for them. Because both of these fathers are essentially deadbeats. And I'm telling her, but you knew the quality of these men. I might give you an exception for the second child, but for the third child, I'm putting all the blame on you. Because you knew these men.
Can I ask you a question? So you said the second child, the third child. So she had a child by the same man or 2 different men?
She has 2 baby fathers and a sperm donor.
Okay, so she had 2 children by one man?
No, all 3 children are by different men.
Different, okay. Because when you said you knew these men and that she went on to have a third man, it made me think that she had another child by the same man who she knew, you know, that you described was a deadbeat. So then, yeah, I would say
No,
if you
he's a deadbeat.
okay, so if you knew this person was a deadbeat, why didn't go have another child? That's what I thought you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
saying.
no, it's 3 different guys,
Okay,
but I hold her
so
accountable for it. I don't sit
so
here when people see me and they're like, I get awards or
mhm.
I get compliments. They're always saying your mom did a great job. They're not going to say your dad did a great job. He's not
Okay.
involved. Why should he get any of that accountability?
So this is the thing. Why is it that women accountable for a man walking off if we did not know that person was going to walk off? You get pregnant with this people, y'all had a baby shower, whatever, and then he decided this is too much responsibility, I'm walking off. How is that the woman's responsibility? Or why is it our fault? You
At the
holding
end
her
of the day,
responsible for somebody
yes,
else's action.
because she still had the baby with this guy. At the end of the day, this is the person you picked. So you have to be held accountable. It's no
So do
different
you
than
think
you. Go
so
ahead.
do you think she picked this man to get pregnant by, or did she pick this man to be in a relationship by?
She picked 2 of them to be in a relationship with.
Okay. Mantis 313 says it sounds like she was looking for love in all the wrong places.
And I hold her accountable. I tell her point blank, this is your fault. You picked these guys.
But do you think that she went in it thinking that would be the result, that she would be with a baby and they would be
That's
walking?
irrelevant what she thought though. The reality is
Okay.
she had 2 kids at the end of the day. She has
So
2
you're saying that
children.
it's her fault that she went on with the pregnancy?
Yes. It's
Okay.
all her. At the end of the day, she made that
Okay.
choice to go through with it. She told
But it's
one
not
guy,
because she was promiscuous.
say it again.
But it's not because she was promiscuous.
No, it wasn't because she was promiscuous.
Okay.
I mean, she could have been horny, but I mean, she wasn't like out there like that though.
Horny and promiscuous is 2 different things.
Hey man, some of these women they'll show you differently.
Okay. You entitled to your opinion. Okay.
And again, I'm telling you what I would tell her because I've had these conversations with her. It's your fault. But you will sit here and say the man, that's their father. They're gonna, they need to have some type of relationship with their father. And then I have to point it back in her face. Look how that turned out. Your daughter tries to kill herself 3 times. That's your fault for choosing this man. My brother tries to link with the dad, mental breakdown. That is your fault for choosing this man. I hold her completely accountable because she picked these situations.
So the actions that another grown individual does is all lies on her because she continued with the pregnancy.
It's her fault. I told
That's
her
a lot of weight to
they
put on
don't.
somebody.
She,
That's
it
a
is
lot
put
of
on
weight
her
to put
because
on
these are her
somebody.
kids,
That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. We
and
make choices in life that other
she's
people
the
may
parent.
respond to, but I don't feel like it's our fault. If your
But
child
it is.
go and kill somebody, it ain't. I feel like that's not my fault.
They're going to ask you if your child, if I go and do some dirty stuff, they're going to look at her the wrong way. Like, dang, that's how she raised him.
No,
That's literally what they're going to do because we do it
I know
generally in
society.
society.
I'm not gonna be oblivious and say no. I know society does that. You know what I'm saying? I know society does that. But to put the weight on somebody else for what another grown individual does, I think it's unfair.
Well, I can't put the weight on them. They shouldn't have
Why
been here
not?
to begin with. You made
They are the one committing the act. They are the one that's doing it.
there.
Somebody
So
goes
this
steal.
now
Somebody goes to steal some out of the store. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, that's their grandmama fault." No, it's your fault because you're grown. You
but
make your own
we
decisions. You went and
and
took.
let me say, I agree with you. I'm not completely taking the accountability on them. I'm putting most of the accountability, however, on that parent. Hence, I put it on her and I let her know point blank. This is on you. Because even I told you that these people were trash. You made this choice. You're the one raising them. You made the choice to allow these dudes back into their life or to try to force a relationship when they didn't want it.
Okay,
This
so
is on you.
Lionel Vaughn says, Lionel, did you say they shouldn't be here?
And what, the men or the children?
Vaughn, he's asking the men or the children. She just said, did you say they shouldn't be here? I don't know.
Yeah, I got
So
a clarification.
Mattis said, so what if she decide to leave the children with the father because there are two people involved? Lionel?
Hold on real quick. I'm not working. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, Vaughn was saying the children. She was asking if the children shouldn't be here. I think essentially he's saying the reason why they're in this predicament because she continued on with the pregnancy. Did you get that, Urban?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying.
Okay.
It shouldn't be held accountable for behavior, and that's why I'm saying as well too.
Mm-hmm.
That at the end of the day, it's the woman who's choosing that. It's the woman who's choosing to keep the baby, even though they know that the one dudes is either going to be absent fathers or pookies or deadbeats or whatever, but she's still to choose that. And one of the reasons why women do that is because they'll fall in love with that dude, right? Or they'll fall in love with the sex or whatever the case may be, and they try to trap that dude. You know what I'm saying, with the child. Another reason why they do that is because they just want a kid, period, and they're just using that dude as a sperm donor to get a kid. Then they cut that dude off from the child.
I'm listening to you, Urban. I am.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
And then,
Okay,
then the
go
other
ahead.
reasons,
She was saying the children.
then the other reasons what Lionel talking about.
Okay, so I didn't hear nothing. So y'all got to recap me real quick.
Now I was saying this, bro. I was telling them the three different reasons why women be keeping their babies.
Oh,
I said,
okay.
yeah, I said the first reason is because it do be women that be promiscuous out there, and then they'll have sex with the dude, and then they'll fall in love with the sex, right, and try to use that child to trap that dude.
Yeah.
The second reason is that
I
it's
agree.
women out there who just want to have a baby and they use a dude as a sperm donor. They deny the dude access to the child. And
Yes.
then the other reason is what Lionel talking about.
I agree with you. There are some women that fall in love with the sex, fall in love with the man, and they vigorously try to have a baby with them to stay in their life. I agree with you 100%. My thing that I want to convey and that I want people to hear is that I truly believe that I don't want us to play dumb and oblivious to the fact that there are two responsible adults in that room screwing, and the weight weighs on them equally. Either she want to
No, it's
keep the
definitely not equally.
I believe
There's
that
no way
because
it can. There's no way it can be equal though.
he has to make a decision to step one foot in that bedroom. He can decide I
And
don't want to be in,
so he
or no,
has.
I'm gonna
You're giving him a 1 minute decision versus her
Why?
9 month decision. So you're
Listen,
giving literally
no,
a
listen to what I'm
minute
saying.
moment
No,
to a 9 month decision.
no,
So
that's not what I'm saying.
technically, it's not even 9 months. That's 18 years, bro,
Yeah.
Listen
or
to
So
me.
longer.
that's why I'm
Listen
saying,
to me.
how is that the same?
What I'm saying is this: y'all both got a decision to make. Either you gonna have sex with this person unprotected or not. That lies on both of you guys because we all know what makes a baby. Either you
But
gonna do
we're
wrong
not
or not.
taking that away though, right?
Say it. What? Say it again.
We're not taking that away from you. We're not saying you're wrong that they're not making a choice. But you're
I
equating
feel
that
like y'all putting the
choice,
weight of this is on the woman. When
but it
actuality,
is.
you have to make a decision. Why
So
wouldn't you
here's
want to
the
make a decision
okay,
to protect yourself?
here's the thing. Well, one, because women are, when they say this stuff, and when the data tells you that only 46% of black men have ever fathered children in terms of what we can record, and we know the common lingo is who these women are having their children by, we know it's not a large percent of these men just out here being reckless. When they can literally line up 3 men and they have 80 children between them.
Lionel, there are so many beautiful black babies running around here
There
with
there
daddy
are, but no one's saying that. But
ugly.
we can't
So
knock
somebody
the
got to be
data.
making decisions somewhere. It is
But
not just the woman.
we can't knock the data, however. We're saying it's not that many black men who are actually impregnating these women.
Are you kidding me? They're coming out black. What are you
No,
saying?
okay, so what you hear what I'm saying? That so you're not trying to listen to understand. I'm
No,
telling you, when they're telling you that between 88 kids, there's only 3 baby daddies out of this. They're telling you that the large percentage of these dudes who are having kids, they're you women are rotating these men and don't even know it.
what are you saying? That sounds
Urban,
like
am I
something
wrong?
that came up the
Nope.
cave.
What's up, man?
Where you think we getting these babies from? Imaginary people? Aliens?
Hold on. What do you mean? I'm not telling you they're an imagination. I'm literally telling you black men are doing it. It's just not that many. It's literally if 88 different kids are literally coming from 3 baby dads, it means these men are rotating the women, or rather, the women are rotating the same man.
Okay.
Yeah, well, without them even knowing it, because it's more women populated than men.
Well, you said that your mom had 3 of them that were different. She didn't rotate no man.
But each one of those, okay, I don't know about the first one, but the 2 other ones, they all have multiple other children also. I've actually brought that up to her once again, criticizing her decision making.
Mm-hmm. And so, if you ever had a chance to sit down with the men, would you also criticize their decision making?
No, I criticize the woman if I'm being honest. Why y'all getting
What?
why y'all getting with a hoe?
And I would ask your mom, why did you get with a whore? Because then you know there are man whores too.
I would ask her the same thing, but she's gonna say, hey, that's what was available.
It
So
was 2
once again,
whores in the room.
I can
Wait, Lionel. I have a question. Did you
ask me,
say
damn,
you wouldn't question the men? You wouldn't question their actions, their decision making at all?
what am I questioning? They're literally, I already know that they are ain't crap guys. I don't know if I gotta watch my language, but I know that they're pookies. I know what their nature is. I know what they're gonna do. What am I
Mhm.
questioning when I already know their character?
So they get a pass because they are these animals that don't have sexual discipline.
No,
No,
they don't
no,
get a
they don't get no
pass.
pass.
They
Mm-mm.
don't get a pass because they're clearly gonna get criticized. Reality is gonna criticize them.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that part. Yeah, reality is going to criticize them. I agree with that.
Like, so what do y'all want me to say? Oh, dag, you
No, what I
messed
want
up
you to
because you
say
have
is
10
that
kids.
I want you to say is that it is the man's responsibility or fault as well as it's the woman's responsibility as well because the woman cannot procreate for herself.
Wait, hold on, Queen. I know this your panel, but I gotta ask Lionel this next question. So, are you saying you only criticize your mother's decision making or women in general's decision making when it comes to men because you feel the woman has more power in the situation? Because that's what it sounds like to
No, no,
me,
no.
or that the
So
woman is more valuable in the situation.
in terms of your body is literally more valuable in the situation than whatever the man can do to you. However, y'all are saying that this one decision, this man makes one swift decision, bam, this is what happens to the woman. She's pregnant. But guess what? She now has 9 months to make a decision. She has a year after to make a decision. He can't say, hey, don't have this baby. What is that supposed to do?
He will definitely say that.
I'm saying
He can't. I was going to say yes. He
just
can.
because,
He can give
again,
you
he can
input.
say it, but it has no power. It has
It
no
don't.
real value.
Nope.
It's the
Because y'all
woman
feel
who
that
has
the
the power.
I know
because
women.
y'all
The man
feel
said, I don't want the baby. And he done gave her the money and she done went and aborted something that she didn't want to do. But she
Just
loved the man.
because that can happen, that's not literally the
What be
majority.
happen? Yep.
Yeah.
so y'all's standpoint, okay, because see, I'm getting something here. Y'all's standpoint is women are more and we have more power, we're more valuable in the situation. So we are the reason that these men are getting away with their ain't shit tactics and antics and things like that. It's all our fault.
Yeah, because y'all choose them. So
Exactly.
yes.
Y'all choose. I hear you. Y'all choose these men. Y'all keep unless you didn't choose them. If you didn't choose it, then you get a pass. There's nothing I
So
can
if
say on
he
that.
chose her, does that make the difference?
No, because at the end of the day, sex can't happen legally unless you say yes.
Mm-hmm.
God, that is not true. Because it's a
Queen, I'm over here
What?
like,
Hold
wait,
on. What did I
wait,
say?
no.
It can't
because
legally
millions of rape
happen.
victims out here.
Mm-hmm.
And they had sex and they didn't want it.
You did hear what I said, right? It can't legally happen unless you say yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
either way, if he seeks her out, okay, he woos her, he promise her the world, even in some ways, give her the world, right? She get pregnant, he walk away, that's all her fault, because she was supposed to be wise enough, foreseeing enough to know that this man wasn't shit. She was
What's
supposed to.
wild about this
Mm-hmm.
conversation is that I walked in when I heard you talking about vetting out these men, talking about their character. So
Mm-hmm.
you're not going
Uh-huh.
to BS me
No,
because
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to switch this up.
I am not
Lionel, I'm
BSing
not
you at
BSing
all.
you. I'm not being.
Matches
I'm
said,
literally. I'm asking you these questions because I want your. I know. Y'all two gonna be honest. So I'm asking you this. Because I want to know your answer. And from what y'all are saying is that no matter how things go, no matter how we're approached, no matter if no matter what, it's the women's responsibility.
So I'm all right. I'm going to put this in a different perspective, and I'm going to be personal with it.
mhm.
When I just told you certain situations that it's back there. My bad. When I told y'all 2 situations that just happened to my brother or sister,
Right.
and this is because the mom is trying to put the man in their life. I looked at her and said, but why would you do that? Look at what happened. Instead of letting these dudes just go and not having them in their children's life, you're trying to create a level of accountability for these men. And look who it ended up hurting, your children. Because you
Now, I
was too
don't believe
stupid
in trying to
to
make
sit here.
somebody be something they're not. I don't believe in trying to make somebody be something that they're not. Mantis says, why are we not requiring men to be men?
See, and that's the thing. I think y'all are missing the point. Some of these dudes aren't qualified for the role. We're giving these
Exactly.
guys this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here's the job. Because you nutted in me, here's your
Mm-hmm.
job. But he's not
Exactly.
qualified for the role. This is what I'm trying
Exactly.
to say. My mom
Mm-hmm.
let this happen with 2 dudes who were not qualified for the role. Both of them got fired
Mm-hmm.
because they couldn't do the job. They weren't qualified. A dude that
Mm-hmm.
never played basketball, who only knows how to mop a mop bucket, we're going to put him in the NBA now. And we expected him to play like Michael Jordan. But then when he
Mm-hmm.
failed, we're sitting here saying that's his fault. You hired him for the job.
Mm-hmm.
But what if he presented himself as a basketball player and told her that she was and sold that story that I'm a basketball player?
You know, the
That
funny
that's
thing
the whole
about
Women do
this,
the
vetting
same thing.
process.
Can
Look,
women do the same
look.
thing?
Hey, this goes all the way back to what I was saying earlier about the vetting process and judging. But what you find out all the information that you need to find out about a person if you let them talk long enough, because we understand that people don't be there exact self. It'd be a representation of them. But if you get to know them long enough, they're gonna reveal who they truly are in nature. That does human nature, period. Regardless for man and woman. But in this situation, we talk about the man. If this dude sit up here pretending that he's this stand-up guy, and you start, as y'all call it, y'all female intuition, right? If y'all start getting that female intuition, that man, it does something that don't seem right about this dude, but yet it's still, you don't listen to it and you still do it anyway because you see what he could do for you, that he could stroke your coochie real good, and he's driving a nice car. Who fault is that? That's not the dude. That is y'all fault for choosing him.
Now I
That's
agree
y'all
with
fault.
that part. I agree with that. I agree with accepting the responsibility of making choices of what harms you and what does you good. You should, you know what I'm saying? Once a person show you who you are, who they are, then you're supposed to make a collective decision to either I'm gonna stay in this situation or leave.
Yep.
Now I do
Judge
agree
him.
with that part.
Judge them. Yep, exactly.
It's not
That's what
judging.
you're supposed
If
to do.
someone show me
It is
that you
judging.
It
abusive,
is judging.
be in an abusive marriage. If you show me that you're in abusive marriage, and I stay there and I don't leave and I don't protect myself, then yeah, that's on me. If this man hit me in my face, and he keep hitting me in my face, and I stay there, I'm receiving. That's my fault for not leaving. Because what did I say? The first law is self-preservation. But you
I'm
got. But if this man is conning you and lying to you, you know what I'm saying, for 20 years, and that's all he has showed you, but he's not being his authentic self, whose fault is that? You got people that's been, listen, my uncle dad, since we gonna share, my uncle dad, he was with his wife over 50 years. All we knew was them. He loved that woman, blah, 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 blah. I ain't gonna say she didn't 100% know. She said she didn't know. I'm just saying that, right? He died. A whole nother family showed up to the funeral looking like us. And we didn't know who these people was. He had a whole nother family. But he never portrayed that. He never gave a hint that he was stepping out on her.
Is it her fault that
Is
she
that
didn't
still
know?
her fault? That in depth she found out that her husband has a whole nother family?
all those years. Oh heck, yes, it is.
Absolutely, it is.
What? Oh, okay. Okay. Because I know Lionel gonna call me
I
out.
am
Okay,
so loving this conversation.
on some level, I understand what they saying, but in
Okay,
other
enlighten
cases,
me.
I don't. I don't. Like you can't
Enlighten me.
blame. So you can't. But you said enlighten you. Queen.
'Cause if you don't know something, you don't know it. If you
I
don't know
mean,
it, you don't know
Whatever
it.
happened to your female intuition? Whatever happened to
Yeah,
see,
all of a
okay,
sudden
see
that's
the
gone.
whole?
that's not fair, Mr.
Yeah, oh,
Lounge.
that's gone because he's stroking at her.
All of, all of a sudden, man.
Okay.
Whatever happened to God gave me the Holy Spirit. The
You know
Holy
what?
Spirit is the
You ain't got
Sometimes,
comforter.
to
Whatever
inflect
happened to
your voice
that?
like
look,
that,
see, I
Urban.
ain't gonna say nothing.
You ain't got to inflect your voice like that, Urban.
Okay, Queen. Okay, so so here's where I agree. Okay, because in the talking stages of dating, okay, or even being intimate, like Mr. Lounge said, and I hate to admit it because it's true, I've experienced
Go
it.
on a minute because you
You
know I'll be right
you
all the
be
time.
All the time.
hush, I'm talking. You do be feeling that something's not right or something is off. And you may ignore it, or you may think that you're overthinking, or whatever. But in reality, okay, we do be feeling that something not right, and we don't investigate, because of whatever reason. So when like they say, you get pregnant, you know plenty of women, okay, they saw the inconsistencies before the pregnancy. They saw the lack of discipline in the man before the pregnancies, but they still took a chance. So then it's like, well, that's your fault, because you saw who he was before a baby even came, and you was hoping that the baby was going to change the situation, and that didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Or you know
I
how they
agree
say
to that.
people fall in love with potential, men and women do it. A man can invest a whole lot in a woman, thinking, oh, she gonna change, or she gonna be different. And then everybody be like, well, that's your fault, big bruh. You know what I'm saying? right now they just like to blame us for everything, but
Oh crap!
it be the men's fault too. It be their fault too.
I feel like y'all blaming us for everything, and I'm like, are y'all not human? Like, it's a
It's
cause and
okay.
effect
It's not for everything. You got to understand that, but accountability is essential.
for everyone.
What I'm gonna say is this: I ain't responsible for nobody and they baby daddy issues,
I
just
feel
like
like,
ain't
wait, I
nobody
feel like Urban
responsible.
is over there taking notes and stuff to just
No,
hang us
no,
later.
no, no. I'm trying to order on DoorDash because Mrs. Urban she asked me that did I order me something to eat yet? I'm like, no, I haven't yet. It that been over an hour ago, so I'm on
Look.
DoorDash right now
Is
trying to
it
find me
her
something to eat.
fault that you? Is it her fault that you ordering on DoorDash, but you forgot? And it's her fault that you
Oh
forgot to
Lord,
get you
oh
something to eat.
Lord,
Look, see, I want to be petty.
oh Lord.
Well, here's the
No,
thing. You go ahead, Urban.
no, go ahead. I let
We're talking
Vance have
about
it
like
for right now.
radical decisions, like radical decisions. When and if you keep this on, this another thing. Both of these dudes was on child support, and she'll sit here, and if they're asking about their father, I'm telling her point blank, why should they come? Why should they care about their child? They're paying child support. She'll say, well, a real man. And it's like, no, but you pick these guys. And now that they're on child support, they already feel like they don't got to do nothing else. But guess who's the one suffering? The children. So
I
your
agree.
decision has made a very critical error in your kids. So
Okay,
why
so
am I
we
putting this
must.
on them when they're unqualified?
So I want to move on. This is the last question of the night. Do black men want their women to be like their mothers?
Yes.
Ew.
Hell,
And the
no.
reason why I ask this question because the reason why I ask these questions because it's still sticking to topic. Like, what lens do you guys see the black women? What vitality do you see us? What value? So, is it that you want us to be like your mother? I'm just throwing that question out there.
Ew.
He said, "Ew." Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Ew.
Oh, he did it
like
again.
why the hell do we want our women to be like our mom? Like,
Wait, so y'all
what kind
disagree,
of
both of you?
crazy?
So
Oh no, 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 now Urban. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of men out here that say, "Well, my mama did it this way,"
it's
or
true.
my mama. They do that. They
They do that.
exist.
I agree.
Hmm.
They do.
However, I feel like that's what's
But
coming.
Actually, no. I'm actually going to say there are a lot of guys who look for a woman that's like their mom. And I have this habit of telling certain women that these men are looking for a mom they can have sex with because that's how these guys talk. Because they do preference their mom a lot when it comes to these women.
Hmm.
I've had my own mom like, don't you want a girl that's like me? And I'm like, hell no. I'm trying to run away from that. If she even
Okay.
reminds me of you, I'm running away.
Wow.
Now,
Lionel, I love
unfortunately,
you.
I
hey,
I love you so much, but if you was my son, I swear I would drown you. Like, bruh, you
Oh my.
why would you say
unfortunately I
you,
said
you,
that when she was in a conference call too.
hey, y'all got to keep in mind that Vance is chaotic in nature anyway. So that's that.
whatever, Mr. Lounge, whatever. All I'm saying is the way he just hell no. Like you couldn't just nicely say nah, like nah,
No,
no,
I
no,
couldn't.
no.
I
Hey, real quick, y'all. Real quick. I'll try to make a decision. I'm gonna order Popeyes, all right, on DoorDash. So I'll try to decide on the side should I get. Should I get Cajun fries, red bean rice, mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, or macaroni and cheese?
Well, I don't
You
know,
gotta
honey. You
tell
the
us the
man, and you
main
make the
course
decision.
first.
So you go ahead and you do that.
Look, no,
sounds
wait.
like
I want him to tell us the main course first. We can't pick the side without knowing the main course.
Whatever you
Chicken.
like,
The
whatever
hell,
you
it's
want.
chicken.
Whatever
I'm
you
just getting
like.
chicken. I'm not getting tenders. I'm not getting the sandwich.
Okay, get the Cajun
Macaroni and
fries.
cheese.
Honey, listen, get the Cajun fries if that's what you want. You get the Cajun fries. I like them. They taste good. You know, if you want, you can get the Cajun fries.
It's late in the night, so they fries might not be too fresh. You know, play it safe with the mac and cheese.
Oh yeah,
Do
you're
do
right. That
Popeye
grease to the settle.
do Popeye's mac and cheese taste good? Because I've never had it before.
I've never
To
had the
me, it
mac and cheese.
does. You ain't never ate that mac and cheese, Queen?
Mm-mm.
It's
I
to me,
haven't.
it's real good. It don't need no seasoning or nothing.
Oh, thank you, lovely. She said this live stream
All right,
was awesome. That's because I have all of these interesting people on my panel. Thank you guys so much.
all right. I'm going with mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's good. Guys, if you're watching the replay, support the channel. This keeps me connected to you guys, and we can have these great conversations continually. It keeps it going.
It depends on how the man defines love. So I'm gonna say that because there's a lot of these guys who preference their mom because these women out here don't know how to love correctly. And then when the guys are asking for something, the women will sit here and use it as a negative. I'm not your mom.
So listen, when
Okay,
you
then what
say,
are you?
can you change that? I'm trying not telling you what to do. When you say these women, can you say some women?
Oh,
Because women are
some
not like
women.
that.
No, I
Yes.
say these women because it's the majority. It's the general.
Yeah, but that's not all.
Well,
'Cause
that's not all. I didn't say all women.
Yeah, but you know, in our culture, when we say these, we use that interchangeably for all. We do that. These men out here
Uh,
ain't good. You know, we saying all, but we saying these.
uh,
You hear us say it all the time, which I correct the women too. These men ain't no good. We talking about all.
but that don't bother me because I know they're not talking about me, so that doesn't bother me.
Mm. Well, I'm different. It bothers
Mm-hmm.
me.
If it doesn't apply to you,
Let it
it
fly.
yeah.
Mm.
Vaughn's knows she's a headache. She knows she's part of these women.
And we can't let that fly.
I mean, no, I let it fly because I accept who I am. You know, I'm built for somebody that's built for me, which is, you know, my husband. And if he decide he not built for me no more, then okay, I'm gonna have somebody that's built for me. I accept that.
Mhm.
What I will say is, I have a question. Why do men feel the need to compare their spouses to their mothers when a lot
So
of us don't compare our men to our father?
hold on now, because think about the one person who has shown him love for 20 years, most likely in most cases,
Mhm.
because someone brought up earlier how most of the women are raising the men. So
Mhm.
you're trying to tell him not to compare you to the greatest love that he's been shown in his life
Yeah, because
for
I'm not her.
2 to 3+ decades at that. Yeah, that's not reality. That's not logical
Well,
at
I
all.
don't. No. Well.
I always think, well, does mama do, fun things for you in the bedroom? Would you want your
Shut
mama?
up.
Well, that's why I also said ew, because now we're putting another aspect in it. But if you're just giving him the sex, but if he's still making comments about this, then what was mama doing that showed him genuine love versus what you're doing? Because most
Can
likely
I
you're messing up. He don't feel love.
can I say something?
Go for it.
I went to my mother-in-law when we were having trouble with my ex husband and I met my previous marriage. I went to my mother-in-law for counsel because I didn't know how to engage with him, and maybe she can give me some insight because she loved him so much. They were so close, and I went to him.
That's
I
the
said,
first mistake.
well, listen, I'm just okay. So listen. I'm young. My first marriage. I'm young, naive. So I went to her. You know what I'm saying? And so I, sharing with her the things that I felt was inappropriate that he was doing. And this wasn't just leaving the toilet seat up things. But I first expressed it to my husband first. Hey, what you're doing is hurting me. What you're doing is inappropriate. And I'm just saying, to me, it's inappropriate as your wife. Can we work through this? Oh, I don't care nothing about your feelings. So I went to her and told her what he was doing that was inappropriate. Okay.
Hmm.
You know what she told me? Do you know what she told me? And if I told y'all what he did, you would say, most people would say, and I'm not gonna speak for you. Most people would say, yeah, that was inappropriate. She told me I needed to be a better wife.
I felt that coming actually.
A better wife. This man is doing things that he should not be doing as a married man. And you're telling me I should be a better wife when I'm doing the best I can to show this man that I'm here supporting you, I'm loving you. First of all, I was naive. All I did was go to work in church. Whatever he asked me to do sexually, I was down for it and did it. You understand what I'm saying? I made myself
Mhm.
accessible to him. And she told me I needed to be a better wife. I was confused. One more thing before you say something. Another instance, I asked him, "What can I do to make you happy?" Because clearly it's me that's not making you happy. And if it is, I want to fix it. He said,
Hmm.
"You can cook." He said, "You can cook my food, buy me stuff, and suck my dick. That's what makes you happy. Not supportive, not be there, not be loyal, not be faithful, not be consistent." But that's what he told me.
So what's wrong with that?
I was about to say, what was the problem?
It sounds like he
What's the
lacking
problem?
in a whole lot of everywhere. Like what?
You see in real time how women make things so complicated where they don't really have to be that way. If that dude
If
literally
I
told you
told you, if
these
you
three
came to me and
simple
said, "Babe, what
things,
makes me happy?" No, that was insensitive. That was insensitive. You don't
that
want a
because you
wife, you want a
interpret it
whore.
like that.
He asked me
That
to do
because
things
you
that a whore
interpret
can
it like
do
that.
because it's true. You don't want no partner. You don't want nobody to build with you. You just want somebody to cook you some food and screw you. And you want to be able to do
That
what you
dude,
want to do and me be compliant about it. That's not marriage.
that that dude that's asked you for three simple things. What was hard about that?
Because
What was
he just
hard
want me
about
to do
that?
those three simple things and forget about all of the other things that needed to be done, like respect me. Like don't send me to the hospital.
I
You
I
see what I'm saying?
guarantee. I guaranteed if you had gave him the best blowjob ever, he would
I
be
gave
the
him
most
that.
supportive
And you
husband.
better
Now,
know I gave it. You better know he was getting that.
So I
apparently
have
Then
a
he
why
didn't
he's
think
question.
asking
so.
for
Wait,
it?
wait,
Yeah, why is he
hold
asking
on,
for it?
Queen.
Hold
I
up.
got a question. I got a question.
He was
If
getting
a
that. Trust
if a
and believe.
man,
Go ahead, K out advance. We hear you.
I'm about to say she stopped.
But anyway, until Vance come back, hey, if you was giving that, then why he's asking for it? Because if he's getting it and getting it the way that he's asking for it, then he's not gonna complain about that at all. Period. So
He wasn't
something
complaining.
was
I asked him what could I do to make him happy. And those are three answers. But the thing about it was I was giving him that.
well, were you giving him that the way that you wanted to do it, or did you
No.
ask him?
Mm-mm. However he wanted to
No,
do,
what?
that's what he did.
That didn't
However
answer
he
us.
that's what he did.
No,
my
she she
bad,
she
y'all,
just
my
did it.
sound
She
went out.
just did it her way.
That's what it
I got a
sounded like.
question. If a
Absolutely not.
woman, if a man asks a woman, "What can I do to make you happy?" and her response is, do me good, buy me stuff, and pay my bills. That's okay too.
Hell yeah, cause she making it simple. Yeah, what's hard about that?
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just checking.
What's complicated about that? Then
It's
all the other
derogatory.
things could be met in between. If
No,
there if that's
that's
your main
derogatory.
things,
No.
then yeah, that's
And
simple.
that's what's
What's
wrong
hard
with
about that?
society. And that is what is wrong with society now. That we think that is happiness. But if that's his happening, that's his
Thank you,
happening.
Queen.
And when he said that, I respected his answer. And I politely went downtown and filed for my divorce decree. Because what you're not going to do is put vile things before the marriage. And I'm not talking about what he said. I'm talking about other things that was done. You're
Oh,
not gonna put that before the
okay.
marriage. You're not
I
gonna
was
risk
gonna
my head.
say
You ain't gonna
if
risk my life. We ain't doing that. So I
I was
politely
gonna
went,
say
like not like Lionel said. I made a conscious decision to get out of the situation.
Hmm.
riches don't make you happy, feeding the flesh don't make you happy, and you know that's all I'm trying to say. That's all. I ain't hear nothing, that feeds the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Knowing each other on a deep level. Y'all know what I'm saying? That's all I'm
I'm
just
not
trying to
I'm
say.
not trying to sound funny, but y'all realize that the mom legitimately gave you the answer that you was asking for, and it showed what I was trying to say. Now, what she told her was messed up. However, did you see that that blinding love, that all-encompassing infinite love she showed her son? Basically, that's what I mean by this is why they compare it, because that love was just insurmountable that she showed for her son.
I
She just
agree.
wanted nothing but the best for him, and she blamed it on her and said,
I
"You need to do better for my son," which is showing you how much she loved this guy. But now you have a bunch of women, and her divorcing him proves she did not have the love that her mother showed. Now, don't get me wrong, don't take that the wrong way. You did what you had to do, so good. But we're just comparing the level of love. Mama showed a higher and deeper level.
Mhm. I agree. Because he could do no wrong.
So that he wanted you to love him unconditionally
Yeah.
without holding him accountable. Wait, hold on. You see how I added that part on without
I
holding
see.
him
I know you say
accountable?
unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I'm gonna love you, but at some point, and okay, so this is when I'm switching, Urban, because he said I can't be feminist and conservative at the same time. But this is where I'm switching. Yeah, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you, but I want you to love me enough to not want me to put myself in harm's way to love you. You understand what I'm saying? Don't put me in harm's way to prove my love to you. Now, somebody coming in trying to shoot us, yeah, we gonna kill them and battle it out because but don't consciously do something that is gonna harm me and say, well, you got to love me just the way I am, so you just sit here and let me stab you metaphorically. You just keep letting me cut your throat, but you still supposed to love me. You hold still. No, no, that's
So
not love.
do that not prove my point earlier about conditional and unconditional? Because I told y'all earlier that women love out of conditions and men love unconditionally.
Mr.
You
Lounge, where
said,
did you get that from?
I'm saying,
I
you
just
said that
said that.
women.
What do you
Go ahead.
mean? We constantly show it.
Hmm.
You said women love unconditionally and men love conditionally. Is that what you
That
said?
is not what I said. I said
I
women
said, say it
love
again.
women love conditionally, but
Mm-hmm.
men love unconditionally.
No,
I don't believe that.
no, no.
I mean, y'all just proved it because Buddy just said that, hey, he wants you to love him unconditionally, right? Meaning that he wants you to love him regardless of how the way he is, his
Mhm.
bullshit and all the stuff, though, right? But you loving him out of conditions as long as he doing these set requirements for you, which he wasn't fulfilling for you. Therefore,
But
that's why you divorced him.
we both have conditions. Hold on. Hey CMA, I'm live. Are you coming to contribute to the show?
That's why I was just asking. I'm gonna get in the chat.
He said he about to get in the chat. Y'all know CMA, right?
Hey, CMA. Hey,
Yep.
Bonnie said, hey.
Shelby live too. They can't hear me, can
Yeah, they can hear you.
we can hear you.
Don't you
Look, we
hold,
can
don't
hear
you
you
put me
talk
on
about
speaker when I'm on
people.
your show? Don't you put me on speaker? Okay, he said for me. Y'all talk amongst yourself. We about to wrap this up in a minute though, but y'all talk. Hold on one second, guys.
I want to know where you got this men love unconditionally, because I've heard of more women loving unconditionally. You know, men putting them through all this bullshit, and if a woman was to do the same,
That,
we be done.
that's what you're being programmed to on here. But the reality is that women love out of conditions, and it's men who love unconditionally.
No, I don't think it's men that love unconditionally, because there's some men who put some things in place, and if you don't meet that criteria, they're gonna let you go too.
Who divorced quicker, man or woman?
I believe. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a really good question.
It's women. It's women.
That's a really good
So
question.
that
In these
proves my
days and
point
times,
that women loves out of condition, man loves
Statistically, it's women.
unconditionally.
listen. In these days and times, sometimes the genders blur. What women should be doing, men are doing, and what should be doing, women are doing. They blur. Hey, CMA, welcome to the show.
It's white women and you know, and
Oh,
black
white women
men.
divorcing quicker.
Yeah, but
I think
it's black
black women gonna try
men.
to rat it out.
Yeah, black men are more likely. What I just did this with my father the other day, and I believe it was black men filed for divorce before a black woman, and white women filed for divorce before white men, or something like that.
And you say you saw that somewhere, a statistic?
Yeah, it was on Google. I'm gonna pull it up if I have to, because I feel like Mr. Lounge finna pop me. He looking too hard in his phone.
No,
but
I'm waiting on my DoorDash to get here. They just picked up my order.
but I think that's what it was, Queen, because my father was saying, you know, black people don't get divorced, and I said, that's not true, Daddy. That's not true at all, especially
Oh
in
no,
today's day.
I had to divorce because in my mind I was saying, how much disrespect am I going to take? And I just wanted him to be himself. If that's what he wanted, I didn't want to interrupt his life because he was living his whole life without me, and I felt like I was married and alone at the
Hold,
same time.
hold up. You
Queen,
just
why
said
you
that
say
you
that?
wanted
Why
this
you say
dude.
that, Queen?
You said that you wanted this dude to be himself, and you accepted this dude as himself, and now you divorced this dude because he was
Because he did
himself.
not show me
The
himself for
audacity.
7 years.
Women, man, women.
No, it ain't no women. Again, he did not show me who he really was until 7 years into that marriage. And when I saw who he really was, I made a conscious decision immediately. See, people can play
Nah,
that
man.
game. They can have that facade. They can play that facade. They can wear that mask.
For
You
7
understand what I'm
years,
saying?
for 7 years, you
For
didn't know
7 years.
nothing about this
Yes,
dude.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so then, yes, I made it because you said, we have a choice, we have a responsibility, we have accountability. I made a decision. Am I going to continue on in this, or am I going to do what I feel is best for me? And I did what was best for me. And he's
So why
remarried to
you?
a wonderful woman, and he's living his life, and that's what it is.
So why did it take you 7 years though?
Would you say your judgment was bad for 7 years?
It wasn't me
Absolutely, it
taking.
was bad for 7
No,
years.
honey, because at the end of the day, people show you what they want you to
I was
see.
gonna say,
This
and
goes
people
back to
change.
responsibility.
And people change. Our body, don't our bodies change in our minds like every
Not
7 years?
Nothing stays
drastically.
the same. Like, I
Yeah.
mean,
Not
let's just be real.
not
It was
drastically.
I didn't say drastic.
7
I said
years.
he showed me himself.
How
Listen,
wait,
That
how old was he
he was
in
at
the
the time he was
beginning?
in the beginning, I think he was like 44 when we first
that
met.
dude was already.
Yeah,
That
his
dude was
mind
already
was
stuck in his
literally
ways.
set. Yeah, there's no way he drastically. I feel like
I
you
mean,
ignored some stuff.
no, I didn't ignore no stuff, and you can assume what you want to assume. But
That's all it is. That's all it is. That's what it sounds like.
listen. We dated for 4 years before we got married. Okay.
So that's an 11-year relationship.
Okay. And so the 7th year of our marriage is when stuff just started. revealing this stuff, and I started seeing things that I had never seen in him before, and stuff that I was finding that I never found before. And when
Mm.
I brought it to him and say, "Hey, do we need therapy? Can we work through this? This?" He did not want to change that behavior, so I had to make a decision.
Sorry, were you sure you weren't blinded by love?
You said what?
Were you not blinded by love?
No, I wasn't blinded by love. I wasn't blinded by love.
So I'll
Then what
say
was
this.
it?
It's
So
like
when I
y'all don't
hear,
believe. It's like
no, no,
you don't
no,
believe that.
I, I'm gonna say
No,
this.
Queen.
You
No, no,
was
no, no.
definitely.
Wait, line. Hold on, Queen. I believe you. I really do. I just think. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I just know I believe you. I believe what you're saying.
So your story essentially is gonna fall into what I call the minority, and that's fine. So your story falls into the minority because at that age, people ain't changing like that. They're stuck in their ways. That's literally the majority. For him to have such a drastic shift, he was doing all this behind your back and he just made sure you never saw it. But again, that's the majority. Hence why I don't believe in women's intuition, because I think a lot of y'all intuition is full of crap because of situations just like this.
Did you
I
hear
had
me
to
say
learn.
intuition? You ain't
I
heard
had
me
to
say
learn.
that.
I had to learn very quickly about men because life is very dark. And I would warn my mom. Hell, one of her last boyfriends, never met him. She brought him over to my place, and I looked at him and said, "Man, you got a type." Outright judged him from the head to toe. Turns out I was right about this dude because of certain things he was showing and certain things she started telling me. Next thing you know, she got to break up with him because I could assess him on sight. I'm wondering why she couldn't, but I made sure that she knew and poked those holes into her so she could get rid of him. And I would do that with every single dude because I learned how to measure these men.
You know, my you
However,
do the same
go ahead.
thing. He does the same thing for me.
Okay, that's what I wanted to say. So, Queen, I
Hmm.
believe you. I had to think about how to say it before I said it. I believe
Hmm.
you. However, I think what's happening here is you ignored, or you saw some things that just wasn't about the right, but you were still willing to work through the relationship. Like you said, you were like, hey, can we go to counseling? And I think that's the part that you're not admitting to, like, in a way for them to understand you, because they like, well, then 11 years, that's a long time, to just drastically, turn into another person. So
But what I'm
that's what I'm
saying is
hearing.
this: after the 7 year, I saw
Hmm.
things that I didn't see previously. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying like in this person. Well, yeah, in this person, but physical things that I saw, and I can't. I don't want to have to necessarily go into detail, but
Well,
things
you're
that I
good.
Right.
never do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Sure.
think I know what you mean.
So
Yeah.
when I addressed it to him, with when I saw it and I addressed it, it was I could do what I want to do. You absolutely can, but you're not gonna do it with me.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Hey, CMA. So I have one more question, and then I'm because y'all too quiet. But so
And this
so is
and
it
listen, what we're gonna do is Vaughn, you can ask your question and then everybody give their last ending, whatever, and then we're gonna end. Okay, sounds
okay?
good.
Okay. So is it
Mhm.
unhealthy? Okay, because they said it's simp like work. You ask the question. So it is it unhealthy for a man or a woman to compare their spouses to their parents?
If you got a wonderful dad or mom, I don't know. I was.
I mean, I'm asking. I'm asking everybody.
You
Is that
shouldn't create
unhealthy?
conditions. Shouldn't create conditions to it. Is her answer just deserves a concrete yes or no.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say
I
no.
mean,
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that also because you create unrealistic expectation because there's a purpose to why that person is asking that question. The purpose is because they're judging. So let's keep it real.
I don't know about all that.
They're
I
trying to
would say
compare.
no.
They're trying to compare and contrast your you versus her father, or you versus the mother, or however way it could be. It's a judge, and so you shouldn't do that because you're not like them. You know what I'm saying? Even though that your parents raised you, if they was around or not, whatever the case may be, you shouldn't do that. You should judge that person solely on who they currently are, not by the parents or anything like that.
Mhm. All right. What say you, Lonnie?
Oh, I also say no. But I say no because can't a woman ever love me the way my mom has shown me love? So it would be unfair to give that comparison. It's impossible.
Vaughn?
I think it is very unhealthy. I think it's unhealthy for, because you got girls, have y'all seen that TV show Insecure? And the ending of the show, she realized, she shouldn't have been trying to find what her parents had, and she should have not made her own rules, but found out what worked for her and not compared it to what somebody else had already had. She's comparing me to her father. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. And I can honestly say, I got a couple girlfriends, my daddy or their father wasn't there. I have a father and a stepfather, so I'm kind of like all over the place. But to me, it can be. I've never told my husband, "Oh, you're nothing, like my father," because I don't want you to be like my daddy. All like
Right.
certain things, yeah. But I don't. Why would I want you to be exactly like my father? That's weird. That to me, that's weird.
Absolutely. And I don't believe that concept that men or women go looking for their father or their wife to marry. They consequently just marry their dad. No, I don't believe that. I honestly don't believe that.
But a lot of people show that.
Yeah, and
And
some
that's
do.
me saying people.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because how are
Well,
you going to take away the person that's inspired you or shown you you're shown the representative of what your future or a grown up or a relationship or whatnot looks like? It's unrealistic to say that this person didn't have any type of impact on you.
mhm. Yeah. Because that's the whole culture sharing thing, that whole traditional passing down things, you know. I agree. Now, I will say this is a wonderful, wonderful conversation. Very, very interesting topic. Thank you for everybody that came up here. Urban, thank you so much. I love bouncing things off of you. I like throwing the ball and you catching it and throwing it back. Lionel, thank you for your perspective. I appreciate it. And Vaughn, thank you so much for your input. Guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed the show. I hope that you guys enjoyed the show.
Hold
And
up,
if you yes.
hold on. You ain't gonna do my boy like that. So you mean tell me Lionel can't get the ball neither? See, this is
Yes,
what I'm talking about. Women being so selfish as hell. Boy, woo wee. Maybe
Lionel,
it's the
thank you for
Popeyes
throwing the
talking.
ball and throwing it back to
Queen,
me. You know
Queen,
what?
Queen,
Thank
don't
you all
fall,
for playing
don't fall
Foursquare
for
with
Mr.
me.
Lounge manipulation.
Thank you for
Don't
playing
fall for his
Foursquare with me.
manipulation.
Okay?
No,
I
don't
was
fall for
wrong.
his.
Excuse me. Thank y'all for playing Foursquare. Okay. 4-man game. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
You see, you
Nobody's
see,
including Vaughn in this, by the
Queen,
way.
you see why I be saying don't let him up here. You see why I be saying don't let him talk. You see what he be doing.
I see. I see. Lovely said this.
Hey,
He said,
and this be being cool. And this is Lionel being cool too. We chilling.
motherly love and wife are different, even though your mom is the first love. Okay. But you're essentially saying what everybody's been saying. Thank you, Lovely, so much for being for moderating. Thank you, Scorpio, for moderating. We appreciate that. All right, guys, listen, we're getting ready to end the show. All right, this is the order of the queendom. Do something nice for somebody. If it's nothing but picking up the phone and saying, hey, I was thinking about you. If it was nothing but just opening up the car door, or if it was nothing but paying for somebody groceries, or just being kind, because guess what? You reap what you sow. All right. Thank you, guys. This is your queen, Clayleen, saying be great. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.